Butler above the arc. He's open. Left side three. Got it. Kentucky now 3 out of 4 from distance, and this is a Jackson State team that gives up a lot of three-pointers. Teams are shooting over 47% from beyond the arc against the Tigers. Grant trying to back Williams down into the right low post, and he traveled.
Yes. Thought he might have gotten away with that, Darren. He just slid that foot enough to get the advantage.
Well, it was a really good move to get open for the layup, but it wasn't a basketball move.
It was not. Almost got away with it.
Timeout on the floor, 15-20 to go first half. It's Kentucky 15, Jackson State 7 on the UK Sports Network.
BBN Game Day. It's your weekly look inside UK athletics. Saturdays at 9 a.m. on LEX 18 and stations across the state. Check UKathletics.com/UK Sports Network for stations and times in your area. BBN Game Day.
Happy holidays from the Kentucky Lottery. Add some cheer to your holiday season with our festive holiday scratch-offs. Treat your Christmas list to the chance to win of the
close attention to tonight is the assist total for Kentucky. In the last game against Lipscomb, Kentucky had just 10 assists in that game.
On Thanksgiving weekend, I mean, in the mid part of the
semis on the line, baby.
So, but middle part of the summer, you always, you're projected to be playing when it starts to snow in Kentucky. So that's kind of where we're at right now. So it's going to be a fun night, I believe.
It'll be a great night. We're going to go ahead and step away for our first break of the night. We are 19 minutes away from kicking this one off. We come back, we'll bring you more pregame analysis as the Raceland Rams host the Hazard Bulldogs here on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Fast, easy, and secure electronic banking? Community Trust Bank has a wide variety of banking services to meet your needs, including internet banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. We now have even more great services like Apple Pay and Google Pay. Make payments directly from your smartphone. And Zelle, a fast, easy, secure way to send and receive money from your smartphone. Visit us on the internet at ctbi.com or stop by and see us at one of our 79 branch offices.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It should be easy to get healthcare you can trust close to home. That's exactly what UK Healthcare's Gene Buchanan Medical Center in Hindman is designed for. With a variety of services under one roof, from primary care to behavioral health, and an on-site pharmacy and x-rays to make it even more convenient for you. It's a provider that treats everyone, regardless of ability to pay, all backed by the expertise of UK Healthcare, so you and your family can get healthy and stay healthy. Learn more at ukhealthcare.com/Hindman.
Are you a caregiver of an adult age 21 or over with physical or mental disabilities? LKLP Compassionate Hearts Adult Day Healthcare is a source of support for individuals and families in need of supervised care Monday through Friday. providing professional, social, health, and recreation services in a safe and supervised environment. Compassionate Hearts offers caregivers an alternative to nursing home care for their loved ones. Accepting new clients now. Call 606-436-8700 or visit lklp.org to set up a visit.
Your hometown's where you want to raise your family.
For Tanner Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, here's Daryl Billings.
0% financing for up to 72 months. Huge rebates, great trade-in allowances, and accommodating friendly service is what we're all about at Tanner Dodge in Stanton. We'll go the extra mile to get you the best deal possible and make your buying experience positive. Over 83% of the people we have sold to in the past few years have returned to buy from us again. Come see why. You'll be glad you did.
Come on home to savings. Tanner Dodge Chrysler Jeep.
Folks, welcome back into playoff football here tonight as we have the Raceland Rams hosting the Hazard Bulldogs here on the East Kentucky Sports Network. Our Bulldogs, the lone team remaining in the WSGS coverage area here, and we're going to be with you as long as they are alive in the tournament. And the hopes always with the in this state football tournament for the Bulldogs. And I think this is a testament to the quick turnaround they've had this year, Greg, is that, Hazard, they're coming off of, to spare any pleasantries, a historically non-Hazard season.
That's
what I
true.
mean? One of the, just one that they weren't happy with. They went ahead, they got a new head man in town and Coach Chandler, and he is, he is out there in the community trying to get things turned around, and they went from 1-10 last year to here they are in the regional championship game taking on the Raceland Rams. That game earlier in the year, though, very lopsided. But let me tell you something. Greg. I was here for that. Early in the first half, they only had one decent gain. It got pulled back for a hold.
Yeah.
They coughed the football up. They had several turnovers. They had one punt late they went for it on fourth down towards the end of the first half. They were just trying to make something happen. They give it back to them in their own territory. They punt it once. I think they punted it for about 5 or 10 yards or something. Just a poor showing, but it was like, I just felt like the whole time, like if the Bulldogs could just flip the field once, if they could start the ball at like the 30 or 40 yard line and then get the Rams on the other side, I thought that they would have a good shot. But unfortunately for the Bulldogs, it didn't happen. We'll see what they can do tonight. We're going to step away for just a moment. We got some pregame festivities here. We'll be right back, folks. Raceland versus Hazard on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Don't spend another minute suffering from pain. Let the staff at Fugit Family Chiropractic provide you with the leading-edge technology and proven techniques for optimum pain relief and minimal recovery time. If you suffer from chronic neck or lower back pain, headaches, herniated or bulging discs, or even degenerative disc disease, let our highly knowledgeable and experienced team help you. Fugit Family Chiropractic in Hazard and Whitesburg. No referral needed, and walk-ins are welcome.
Dig into a delicious deal at Fazoli's. Your favorite Fazoli's pastas are now just $4 for a limited time only. Enjoy tasty spaghetti with marinara sauce, hearty spaghetti with meat sauce, or creamy and cheesy fettuccine with Alfredo sauce for only $4. Yes, you heard right, just $4. These dishes include our signature garlic breadsticks, which are unlimited when you dine in. Big flavor, bigger value. Get these $4 pastas today only at Fazoli's.
If your pipes are broke, your hot water's a joke, who you gonna call? Hot Gully! And your drains won't drain, driving you insane. Who can you call? Hot Gully! Call 233-5936. call 233-5936. You better call Todd.
You've been asking for it, and we heard you, and now it's here. A better way to take control of your cellular plan with no credit check, no contracts, and most features are postpaid, plus lots of new multi-month options and plans. It's Advanced Pay from Appalachian Wireless. Take advantage of $75 off Advanced Pay devices. Find out more today about Advanced Pay. Just visit your favorite Appalachian Wireless location for details. Your plan, your way, Advanced Pay. Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
With the Perry County Public Library card, you can check out books, movies, magazines, ebooks, as well as use their online databases that allow you to take online classes, repair your auto, or research your family history. Visit the library at 289 Black Gold Boulevard, Hazard, Kentucky. Call them at 606-436-2475 or visit their website, perrycountylibrary.org, for more information. The Perry County Public Library, your source for information, education, and entertainment.
And we're back, folks, here at Raceland High School as the Bulldogs coming to town to take on the Rams. But before we cut away for the pregame festivities there, Greg, I was telling you, I really think that many games, not many games are won and lost in the first half at any level. But when it comes to high school football, once that running clock hits,
you're in trouble.
It's over. It's over because there's just not enough time in the game to do what you need to do to come back. So Hazard, I feel like they got in. They just had a bad first half, and if they could have flipped the field, stopped that running clock, kept the score in there, because I think they gave up. If I'm not crazy, they gave up about 20 points in the last 5 or 6 minutes of that first half. To get it to the running clock, and I feel like if they could have got into the half, if you get into the half down by, 20 instead of 40, if you get in that situation, that you've got an opportunity to really think about, adjustments, what you can do to change things. But they never got that opportunity. It just never happened.
No, the clock, in that situation it's just detrimental to any confidence that you're going to have in front of you. But, I mean, you learn from that, and I truly believe they've learned from that. I mean, other than the Breathitt County game down there, and, you think about Corbin over there. I was lucky to be there, part of that. I mean, they lead at halftime on a Corbin team. But the showing they had last week against Williamsburg, very impressive without, arguably one of your top two offensive weapons, their top three, I should say, and Gavin Johnson. But other folks stepped up, Blankenship and even Pelfrey on the ground. And also, too, Holbrook really had a heck of a game. He's the next wave of that type of player that we're going to see in Hazard. And Hazard is getting ready to celebrate 100 years of football. I had this question asked to me, how large of a win would this be tonight? When you look at the history, well, you go back from a 1-10 season. If somehow you get out here and play well tonight and win, this is one of the best wins I think Hazard will have on their resume, Nathan, from going back 12 months ago until now.
Well, I mean, listen, this would be the biggest win in the last 2 years, but I don't think this will be the biggest win in the last several years, because I feel like Hazard in a similar situation when they had the first year without Coach Mark Dixon after he left for Perry Central. They had a rough year that year. They weren't winning anything. Then here you go, playoff time, and you got to go to Pikeville.
Yeah, that's a huge win.
And nobody thought they were going to win the game. Nobody thought Hazard was going to win that game. But one thing that's what I'm getting at right here tonight. Those Bulldogs out there, they do not think they're going to lose this game.
No, I agree.
There are some teams around here that are outgunned, and they get in these situations where you go on the road to play one of the top teams in the class, and you think, well, okay, this is going to be rough. It's going to be a rough night. But the Bulldogs, no. The Bulldogs think that they can win this game. The Bulldogs think that they should win this game. And because of that, they come out and they play with a level of freedom that other teams aren't afforded. Let me tell you something. And I gotta be quiet on this one, Greg, because we're up here in this press box. When I rolled up here in this press box, first 3 conversations I heard were all about, well, next week when we play Campbellsville, next week. Well, we're not gonna be able to watch. We're not gonna be able to do video at the camp. Listen, that is. I hope that is for the Rams fans. I hope that's not what is going on the sidelines.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you can't afford. And I know the Bulldogs have hit the injury bug. You know what I mean?
That's true.
They don't have Gavin Johnson. They do not have Gannon Mullins.
Yep.
These are players who especially I'm a big fan of Gannon Mullins. He's a guitar player. If you don't know.
Well,
so you and I are on there. Gannon, big buddies with his father, but I do. Gavin Johnson. He's responsible for so much of this offense.
Huge.
So much of this offense, and just as a player, and a leader out there is like a sophomore.
Yeah.
I think he does so much for this team, and he's out there tonight, and he's going to have to do it from the sidelines.
Yeah, and that's what he did last week. I mean, it was real cool to see him, cheering his team on, and it was a kid as a mature sophomore. I mean, even the way he plays the game. I mean, he's just one of my favorite players I've seen in the Hazard uniform over the years. But the other folks stepped up. I mean, Blankenship last week played incredible. I think he's as steady as anybody that you're going to see in this part of the world. And on the ground, I mean, he doesn't fumble. He doesn't shy away. He's a real cerebral type runner. But Pelfrey has been on a tear this year as well. But the defensive things, to me, really stepped up last week, obviously with Jagger Fields, Raceland, and Kenyon Higgins, man, has just got a world of upside. He's a kid that I think tonight could be the catalyst. I think those 3 right there in defense tonight, I think is really going to have to play a heck of a game.
Yeah, and one thing that as someone who watched the last game and maybe it was just the way the plays developed, what happened, I really felt like in that first game, the Bulldogs, they were either handing it off right up the middle or they were looking for Holbrook or Johnson. And really, that's all they did. I don't even think anybody – I'll have to look at the tape. But until late in the game, I don't think anyone else was targeted for a long time. Well, tonight, I think obviously you're not going to be able to target Johnson tonight. But I think the Bulldogs are going to be forced to trust – everybody out there. They're forced. Everybody, it's next man up, step up. Step up, get the ball, do what you can. And they did so well against Williamsburg last week.
Oh man, it's great.
So I'm interested. You never want to see a kid get hurt. You never want to see a kid get hurt. And obviously the Bulldogs are better with Johnson out there. But I think next man up, spread it out a little more. Trust the other players a little more. You have no choice, and you don't replace Johnson, but you kind of mitigate your losses, and it's things that you're going to have to do things that aren't on tape.
Yeah.
That Raceland can't look. They can't look and say, okay, well in this position they're going to go to this guy. Yeah. No, because they've not been doing that to this point this year. So they just gotta have a little more freedom out there. They got a little more trust in each other, and I think in situations like this, I've seen it a lot of times in basketball games. I can remember one time, it was a girls' basketball game, and one of my buddies was the coach, and it was at the WYMT Mountain Classic. A girl, they're down 20, and they're getting beat. They're down 20. Their best player goes out of the game, and I'm thinking, I'm there doing it on the radio. And
Trouble.
I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
They go into halftime, come back out, down almost 20 points, but everybody rallied around it. You're going to have Johnson there on the sideline hyping up the team. I really think this is going to be an opportunity for the Bulldogs to show out. But it's a tough task. The Rams are the Rams, you know, and they're going to do what they can offensively. This is a team that, you know, almost that beat Pikeville last year in the regular season, almost beat them this year.
Yep.
It's going to be a tough game, and we're less than 3 minutes away. We're going to go ahead and take our final pregame break. When we come back, we'll take a breath, talk a little bit, and we're going to kick this one off, Greg.
Oh, I'm ready, man.
Here we go. Hazard versus Raceland up next on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
They are the electric motor headquarters, Maggard Electric, Southeast Kentucky's #1 to repair or replace your small electric motors. Maggard Electric is ESA approved. They can replace air compressor motors, swimming pool pumps, heating and cooling motors, motors for heat pumps, air conditioners, and so much more. Over 300 electric motors in stock, and if they don't have it, they can get it. Maggard Electric, still strong, still serving Southeast Kentucky. Located 6 miles north of Hazard on Highway 15. Open 7:30 to 4 Monday through Friday. 436-6886.
Are you or a loved one managing diabetes? At the Mary E. Martin Diabetes Center, located at Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky, we provide personalized, comprehensive care from a team of skilled local providers you can trust. Dr. John Jones, Dr. Kendall Bowling, and Larissa Miller provide personalized diabetes management plans, diabetic foot care, and insulin pump clinic, and much more. Take control of your diabetes with the support of caring professionals close to home. Call us today at 606-439-1300.
At TVS, we've been working hard preparing for the future. Well, the future is now. TVS offers digital cable, digital phone service, high-speed internet, and a fiber optic infrastructure. We're a local company putting money back into our local economy while supporting our local schools and organizations. What about those other guys? You know, those big out-of-town companies. What have they done for you lately? Mountain people serving mountain people. TVS 606-439-3167.
Perry Vinyl and Metal Sales is located on the Combs Road in the former 84 Lumber Building. Come and see their huge selection of mobile home parts, including doors, windows, roofing, guttering, and lots more. Perry Vinyl and Metal Sales, a family-owned business serving Southeast Kentucky for many years. Come say hi or call their friendly, knowledgeable staff at 435-7639. That's 435-7639. Perry Vinyl and Metal Sales on the Combs Road in Hazard.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on the East Kentucky Sports Network. The spirit line here is over at Raceland. They kick it off. Greg saying, "Let's get down and dirty at 7:30."
I like that.
I'm here for it. I am here for it, and we're 10 seconds away from kicking this one off. Greg, any final thoughts before we get rocking?
I think on the offensive side, too, some unsung heroes that could step up tonight is Fullwood, David Napier, Wells, and White. I think, you know, those guys. But who's to say that Shoptaw don't come in and make a difference tonight? He did last week. So those are kind of my unsung heroes, Nathan, we'll be keeping an eye on. And you know what, man, you're playing here third weekend in November. This is a unbelievable opportunity for both teams, and we're surely honored to be here and delivering it to you.
Rams going to kick it off. And, by the way, if you're watching on Facebook, we are not allowed to do video tonight. No outside media outlets allowed here. We allow that over in Hazard, but I'll leave it at that, Greg. And here we go. Oh, kick goes over the head into the end zone for a touchback. And that's going to be the Bulldogs taking it off from the 20-yard line, you know, mediocre, the old regular starting point. So
could have been a little bit of disaster right there as well if Holbrook didn't let that go on through. So, but you know, nonetheless, man, you got a chance to strike first.
Yeah, Connor, my man, just let it go. He tried to Randy Moss that one and pull it in there for a second. But here we go. Bulldogs in the shotgun. They got an up back, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They're a little motion to the right, coming back to the left. And going to get a short gain with the quick reception there to Holbrook. So they run the motion to the right. They come back to the left. Holbrook turns it up for a yard, but he was really dead to rights when he caught it.
Absolutely, that's what we've seen Gavin Johnson turn a short pass like that into plus yardage all year long.
Here we go, split backs in the backfield. Pelfrey going to hand it off up the middle. Head down, ball pops out. Bulldogs on top of it, I believe. Oh, my goodness. Deja vu.
Yeah. Well, too, another thing with the elements, you can see right into the lights there, Nathan. I mean, it's misting and snowing, and we're right off the bank of the Ohio River. So elements not too kind tonight.
3rd and 4 coming up for the Bulldogs. Once again, split backs out here, shotgun. One man goes in motion. You got 2 wide receivers on the left, one isolated on the right side. Pelfrey in the shotgun, calls for the snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. I don't think they're going to get it, but they're going to get within about a couple yards, bringing up about a 4th and 2, Greg.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think the Bulldogs, early on here too, maybe they're, they're kind of objective here is try to keep this on the ground a lot as well tonight and then trust that offensive line.
Could be an option in the rain. It's 4th and 1 officially, 10:30 to go here. Bulldogs set up to punt it, but be interesting to see a hard count here to try to get them to jump. No dice. It's going to be a punt, and it's a decent-looking punt here. Going to hit right about the 50. Going to take a Raceland bounce, so it's going to be down at the Dogs' 48-yard line. Oh, they're going to it's on the road, though, baby. They marked it at the 47 there. We'll see where we put it at when all is said and done. But
giving Raceland a short field is not what is not ideal.
That's what happened last time.
Yeah. But here's the thing, this defense of the last 3 to 4 weeks really, I think, Nathan, is making steps forward. So this is the time to showcase.
Here we go in the shotgun. Similar formation the Bulldogs had to start. One back in the backfield to the left, one up back right to the quarterback's right. And, he's in trouble running out, rolling out to the right. He's going to get out of bounds and get a couple yards, but he was running for his life. That's Jacob Waller, the sophomore quarterback, scrambling for just a short gain.
Yeah, Raceland and Jagger Fields on the hunt there. Definitely, putting pressure on him, and that's what Azur's got to do. They got to get in that backfield. Can't give him time to sit back there and pick them apart.
Waller looked great last game. He's got the up back up there, Marushi. And they're going to run it to the right, going to the left. Oh, and hit in the backfield, going down for a loss. Going to be a 4-yard loss as the Bulldogs come up big there, Greg.
Well, Raceland and chasing him down right there, and I truly believe Raceland is on track for an all-state mention this year. This kid right here has just got better each game.
Yep, Goins and Linden both in the vicinity there. Just stringing the running back out long enough that they can finish the play. Going to be 3rd and 13 coming up, backed up on their own side of the 50 after taking over at the 48. And going to make a quick throw, going to be completed. And it's tough on the road. They're going to give them down to the 39. So it's going to be 4th and 1 coming up. And this is in Bulldog territory. I give it a shot here, and that's what they're going to do. They're getting down low. Going to be a handoff, and he's got it.
Yep. Going with that no huddle right there, trying to increase that tempo, Nathan. What's going to happen here tonight with Raceland? They're going to try to play fast.
Yeah, that was Shannon Marushi on the gain there. Just a quick handoff to him, puts it right in his belly, and he just runs over one, falls forward, and that's all she wrote. So 1st and 10 coming up at the 37-yard line. And they come out here, similar formation, up back, one back to the right, 2 wide receivers to the left, one to the right. And Waller pump fakes to his left. He's in trouble, steps up, hits, sacked, goes down. That's the 2nd time, and we got 2 tied up here in some extracurriculars, no flag thrown. But the Bulldog defense, that's their 2nd tackle for loss, and this one, big time. This is about a 5-yard loss, Greg.
Absolutely. I mean, great penetration on that line right there, and a host of Bulldogs causing a lot of havoc.
2nd and 15 coming up. Waller in the shotgun. This time, one back in the backfield, 2 wide receivers split out on each side. Waller takes the snap, immediately goes to his left, and completed. Going to be a short gain to Jackson Reiser.
Flag coming in late here too, Nathan, on the play.
We'll see. If I had to take a guess, it's tough on the road, and it may be a face mask, but really not a lot there. We'll see.
I think Raceland's going to go back a little bit here. John, it could be on them. course, John Sexton on the play before there, too, Nathan. I want to give him some props right there. Man, got back there, made a heck of a tackle.
Personal foul against the Rams, the official call there. So back it up, baby. Back it up. And so they're back at the 50, and they're going to lose the down. So we got 3rd and Ashland coming up here. Looks like about 23 yards.
Yep.
So big time here. And now they got 3 wide trips to the right, 1 to the left. Waller going to hand it off to Marucci. Nobody home. He's going to get a short gain of about 3 yards, and 4th and a mile. Send him out to punt, Greg.
Absolutely. Higgins getting penetration in there along with Jagger Fields and Raceland. And what a good trio right there of to lead that defensive charge.
Yep. And the Rams going to punt this way, barring anything, any kind of miraculous shenanigans here. But 7:20 to go in the first quarter. It is scoreless here at Raceland. And here we go. The punt is up, and that's a boomer of a punt. And Holbrook going to let it. Oh, that's a flat. It hits at the 10, bounces up, goes nowhere. And the Rams down it at the 10-yard line. So I think Holbrook thought, I don't want to fair catch it inside the 10, and he also thought that maybe it could carry into the end zone, but just did not happen here.
Took a Raceland bounce, but as these special teams go on tonight, I mean, the kids receiving the ball, man, it's going to be a tough objective here to keep it and stay in control here with the ball and the kicks.
Here we go, 4 wide, 1 man in motion. They fake the sweep, hand it off right up the middle, and going to get it out to almost the 15-yard line, I believe. So going to be about a 4-yard gain.
And so Headley on the stop there, but Memphis Blankenship right there too. Really, really impressive the last 3 weeks. It should be as this senior campaign keeps marching on for him.
Yeah, he had a rough go here. Well, everybody had a rough go here on the Bulldog side first time. They're going to say that's 3 yards officially. So 2nd and 7 coming up. Blankenship there. The lone back there with Pelfrey going to roll out to the left. Things kind of break down, and he's going to throw it to his right, and they're going to throw nobody in the vicinity. And they just threw the flag that may be grounding.
I think that's what's going to happen there. I mean, it has. I think there was some mass confusion, too, as well here from a couple of the receivers. But Pelfrey evading a disaster, but going to get penalized on this.
We'll see what they – I have a hard time – somebody's here in the Facebook comments. If someone wants to correct me, I have a hard time keeping up with the – I think every single – intentional grounding rule at every level of football is different.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're gonna give them grounding. So it's half of this. That's going to be a third. They're going to burn the down too.
Yeah. Should be on the 7-yard line there, and this incredibly important.
Oh no, they backed it up 10 yards. Yeah. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough on the road, baby. It's tough on the road. Maybe it's from the spot of the foul. It's from the spot of the foul. So once again, here we go. Pelfrey in the end zone. Going to hand it off to Blankenship. That is dangerous. Could possibly be a safety. The Rams are signaling it. No signal from the referees yet. They're going to say he is tackled at the inches line.
Yeah, I was thinking if they put it on the 1-yard line would have been a gift. But, man, Higgins, what a tall task now. Nathan here, basically he's got his back against almost the pads there.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the snap has to be there, and it is, and he gets it out of there. But it's going to hit, and Raceland going to take over at the 27-yard line, a 27-yard punt.
Man, I tell you what, it's giving him a short field is never any good. But now your defense really has to step up here, Nathan. I mean, and so far, a good showing there on that first series. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, we are 5:58 on the clock here in the first quarter. It is still scoreless, but the Rams, and this is a mirror image of the last game, the Bulldogs just cannot flip the field on the Rams. And they give it to them at the 27-yard line after a punt, and that one's going to be handed off up the middle. Nobody home.
No.
Not a lot going on there. That was Landon Stiltner, the sophomore running back. They're going to give him a yard or two, Greg.
Yeah, that's generous out there. Linden and Higgins in on the stop. I'm telling you, man, a Hazard really putting their backs up against the wall right here, but the defense is stepping up and trying to keep them at bay.
We go 2nd and 9 coming up. 2 backs to the left. They're going to hand it off to Marucci. Marucci going to fall backwards, drugged backwards by his own man for a little bit, but going to get it within about 3 yards of the first down marker, I think. Going to set up a 3rd and 4 coming up.
No huddle here as well for the Rams, but down to the 21-yard line here. Hazard definitely needs a huge stop here on 3rd down.
Here we go, 3rd and 4 coming up. Bulldogs, and they've got everything in tight, Greg. We have the T formation here, and not a lot showing for it, but pokes through the line at the last second, and that's going to give them the first down.
Yeah, that initial push right there from the defensive line from Hazard, you think they might have had an opportunity to keep him in for the 4th down area, but just what a tough runner.
Tough. And here we go, 1st and 10 in the red zone now, about the 16-yard line. They're back in this T formation. They got 3 backs and the quarterback under center, and nothing doing there. Stuffed at the line. They handed it off to Jonah Arnett, the sophomore, listed as a wide receiver DB, but once again, they got 3 running backs out there with the quarterback under center.
Yeah, I mean, Fields coming up on the outside edge there along with Sexton, and also 2 Higgins and Lennon in there. We're going to be calling their names quite a bit tonight.
If you're in there on the action at the line of scrimmage, your name's going to get called because they're in the same formation once again. Handed it off left to right, and hands it off to Marucci, and he's taken down from behind. No, not really a lot happening there. Maybe a yard, if that, Greg.
Raceland coming back there too to make that sure tackle.
Yep.
Man, what a good
3rd
play.
and 9. The Bulldogs defense, they will not be trifled with tonight.
No. And I mean, these, that's one of the things the last 3 weeks. It's been very hard to run against this defensive line here, the Bulldogs.
Here we go. Once again, same formation. Waller under center, 3 backs behind him. It's going to be a toss, a little power play. Nice little run there, and I think he's got the first down inside the 5. And once again, that's Arnett. As he was the back on the far right of the 3, they toss it to him going right to left with everybody blocking in front of him. He just follows them in for the first down.
Yeah, very patient run right there.
1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Going to be a quick handoff. Not a lot. They're still fighting for it. Going to be stopped short of the touchdown, but they're going to get, looks like, going to be around the 2 or 3 yard line.
Yeah, I mean, that's 2nd and goal right there coming up. It's a lot of action right there on that line. Man.
Rams, you have to. Bulldogs are doing a good job playing smart for the most part, but they're sending it so many different ways.
Yep.
You lose track of the ball for a second, and they've got the first down. So here we go, 2nd and goal. Going to hand off to the big man, and I think he's in for the touchdown. The Rams have it. Landon Stiltner handed off, puts his helmet down and gets it going.
Stiltner, man, what a tough runner right there. Very reminiscent to the Pikeville back that's had such a heck of a year as well. Very kind of mirrored image players.
Here they go. Waller going to come out. Quarterback on kick duty too here. So here we go. Extra point is up and looks good to me. 7-0 Rams with 2:24 to go in the first quarter, folks. We will be right back in 30 seconds on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Nothing goes along with sports better than pizza, and nobody does pizza like Papa John's. Right now, you can dig into a delicious large Papa John's pizza with up to 5 toppings, or a Papa John's specialty pizza for just $14. Just mention the code 14ANY. That's 14ANY when you place your online or call-in order. $14 for a large 5-topping or specialty pizza. Delivery available at your local Papa John's in Hazard, Pikeville, or Paintsville.
We're back, folks, here as the Bulldogs trail 7-0 with 2:24 to go. If you watching along on Facebook, or maybe you want to catch along on Facebook, we do not have video tonight. Do not have access to do that here at this venue, but we have a slideshow of pictures, and that one muffed kick, and Connor Holbrook going to run it out of the end zone. I didn't even think you could do that. They're going to stop it at the 10. I thought once you get to the
back heel was almost into the end zone. That was spelled danger right there from the get-go right there. Great kick. And like I said, man, as this evening continues on, you can tell by the lights here, it's still misty rain and snow mix in there. It's tough on those receivers.
But if you're watching along on Facebook or like to head over to WSGS, send in some pictures. We're going to try to if you have some pictures of the Bulldogs, we'll get those running. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Blankenship, running hard for about 5 yards, Greg.
Yeah, absolutely. He's old reliable right there. Memphis has had one heck of a career, and he's a guy, man, is just each night he's just so steady.
That's what they need tonight because they've just had you have a pass play here that doesn't go your way or whatever. If they give 5 yards in a Blankenship as the Bulldogs, looking like a little wishbone action to me, and not a lot going on there.
Kind of a breakdown on the left side of the line there, Nathan.
Quarterback ended up keeping it, and we'll see. So it's going to be no gain. 3rd and 5 coming up. 1:20 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Rams. Bulldogs once again in the wishbone, Greg. And they're going to throw out of it. Going deep down the left side. And bobbled by the defender. And they're going to say no dice. Incomplete pass. That's Austin McKee on the deflection.
Shoptaw coming in there, man. And that shows you the future of what he's going to give you as a Hazard Bulldog. I mean, that was a tough throw right there and a heck of a defensive play. But Shoptaw's got a lot of confidence.
Here we go. 1:08 on the clock. 7-0 Bulldogs, and they need a good punt here. And that's that one. I don't know, Greg. Did it hit a bird in the middle of the air? It's going to be out at about the 35-yard line. Looked like it was going to be a decent punt, and it just kind of falls.
Yeah, that wind rolling in here off the Ohio River right now is giving this side of the Hazard field a fits here. This is not where you want to be if the Hazard defense. I mean, here you go, give Raceland 35 yards here to pay dirt. That's just not what you've worked on all week for.
Yeah. Ball at the 35-yard line with a minute to go here in the first quarter. Last time the Rams were able to kind of nickel and dime their way down the field. We'll see what they got here. Back in the shotgun, one back to the right, and they go for a quick slant to the right, and the Bulldogs nearly got their mitts on it.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's lucky that wasn't intercepted there from Hazard. I mean, Javion White had his hands on it, and initially coming out of that route right there, I thought he was going to step in front of that and take it away and take it down 10 to 15 yards there.
Yeah, that's a situation where Waller just knew where he wanted to go pre-snap, and he probably shouldn't have went there. But either way, going to be a handoff to once again to Stiltner, and he's going to have a decent little gain there. I think 3-4 yards.
Yeah, give him 3 yards. Put the ball on the 32-yard line.
45 seconds to go here. They will have to snap it one more time before we go to the second quarter. It is 3rd and 7. Huddle up for a second, talk about it. Waller gets the play out. They got one the tailback to the right, one up back right front. They're going to hand it off to Stiltner, and he's going to fall forward for a few, but not going to get the first down. Going to be about 3-4 yards short.
I'll be bringing up to about 4th and 3, you'd think there. Going to burn a timeout
Okay.
here at Raceland.
Okay, we'll take it. Well, we'll just keep it here. We'll have plenty of time.
But that's
interesting. They burned the timeout. I know that's, to me, using the timeout there is a pretty – and they've got it marked as 4th down.
4th and 4 here, ball on the 29.
Yeah, because the incomplete pass and the 2 runs. So 4th and 4, this tells me that they want to go for it in this situation. And this is also a pretty confident call to call a timeout here because you're kind of telling yourself, well, I don't need these in this half. But it's a 7-0 game. You know, you give it to the Bulldogs here, they would once again be backed up, somewhere in no man's land.
Yep.
But if you go for it on 4th down, get it, you can milk some more time off this first half clock and score again, go up a couple scores.
Well, it's this is a situation right here. I mean, this ought to be firing the defense up. They're basically saying, you're not going to stop us here. You do here. You get the ball back. You've got a decent, field to work with. So it's a huge play for the defense.
Here we go. Empty backfield, and if you're the Bulldogs, you gotta play them straight up here too. Yeah. You can't jump off sides, and I would expect the hard count. And no, they're going to just go right for it. Waller throws one quick, complete for the first down. Oh, and he's still on his feet inside the 20, completed inside the 15. Jonah Arnett with another big play. It's going to be first down in the red zone. Clock will start as soon as the ball set, and they're going to go ahead and take it down to the end of the first quarter. After one, the Rams lead it 7-0 against the Bulldogs. We'll be right back. Raceland ball in the red zone on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Would you like to win a Kimber Micro 9mm pistol?
Yep.
The Mullins Law Firm,
your car wreck headquarters,
will be giving away a Kimber Micro 9mm pistol for Christmas. All you need to do is stop by the Mullins Law Firm at 264 East Main Street in Hazard and register for your chance to win. You must be at least 21 years old to register, and the winner must comply with and meet all state and federal regulations when picking the gun up at the store. The drawing will be on December 20th. Don't miss out on your chance to win. So stop by
your car wreck headquarters
and register today.
Yep.
Get a new debit card in minutes with First Trust Bank's instant issue debit cards. New and existing customers can take advantage of this new service that keeps a card in your hands and will never leave you waiting 7 to 10 days for access to your account. Call or visit any of our locations to learn more about how to skip the delay and get back to business today with First Trust Bank's instant issue debit cards. First Trust Bank, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. Instant issue subject to customer eligibility requirements.
We're back, folks, here at Raceland High School as the Rams of Raceland hosting the Hazard Bulldogs. And your Hazard Bulldogs faring better than they did last time, Greg, as that was a running clock affair. Only Bulldog score came late. But right now, the score doesn't look better, but the Bulldogs still feel like they've not got anything going.
No, they've got to make a stop here. And if you could just hold this to a field goal, I would call this a big win for them right here in this possession.
Yeah. It's going to be play action. Waller rolling out to his right, looking downfield, throws one. That's got to be incomplete. And they're going to say it skipped across the turf. So tried to get it out there to Eisen. And that's I love that play call because the Rams, they conditioned the Bulldogs to be ready in that formation, run. Then you throw some play action at them. But the Bulldogs, they were ready for it. They did not bite, and they strung it out there. And now they got 3 wide receivers stacked on each side. 2 of those are going to be technically linemen.
Yep.
They're going to hand it off up the middle to Marucci, and he's not going to get the first. Going to be a decent gain there, though. Going to bring up 3rd and short.
Yeah,
but let me tell you, folks, they had 3 linemen at the ball, 3 guys on each side, and then 2 backs in the backfield. So You don't see that a lot.
It's pretty creative there.
Yeah. So, but technically, two of those guys in the receiver spots were linemen. This is going to be a toss left to right and into the end zone, but a flag came back. I believe that this one's coming back for holding.
Yeah. Absolutely there. Good call by the official. But,
and if you're a Ram, man, oh, man. That's the last thing you want right there. Third and short inside. They're right at the 5-yard line. Yeah. And you got an opportunity to get a first down without even getting in the end zone, and then you grab somebody's jersey, pull on them a little bit, and that is all she wrote.
Yeah.
So back them up. I mean, not out of the woods yet. You know, they can still make something happen. But if you're a Bulldog right now, this is your moment. You got to pounce. Third and 12. And one, probably two stops. Here's what you need. Here we go. Empty backfield for Waller. Waller takes it out of the shotgun. Staring down the field, throws it over the middle. Incomplete. Tried for the Sports Center top play there. Jonah Arnett tried to one-hand grab it, but it falls down. That brings up 4th and 12. Don't know what the kicking situation is. But I don't think we're going to see him try to kick the field goal. I think they're going to go for it, take a shot at the end zone.
The way this offense is rolling right here is, I don't think you're going to see the field goal kicker much tonight at all. They feel like they can score on Hazard. And Hazard right here definitely got to prove them wrong.
11:18 to go here in the first half. 7-0 Rams. They got it 4th and 12. And Salmon's going to take another timeout, folks. We're going to take it with them this time. When we come back, it'll be 4th down Rams. 12 yards to go here on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Get moving again with Hazard ARH Orthopedics' full range of services to diagnose, treat, and repair bones, joints, and connective tissue. Our skilled surgeons and healthcare providers use the latest techniques to help you regain mobility. From knees and hips to shoulders and elbows, we offer both non-surgical treatments and advanced surgical options, including minimally invasive procedures and joint replacements. Don't let pain hold you back. Call Hazard ARH Orthopedics at 487-7649. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Take it. We are back, folks. 7-0 Rams. They're going to come up with a 4th and 12 here in the red zone. See if they call the timeout. Last time, Salmons calls the timeout on the first half side of the buzzer, first quarter side of the buzzer, and they came out with a play that gets them the first down. This time they're going to come out single back set from the shotgun with looks like 3 wide receivers and a tight end out there. And this one's going to go deep over the middle, knocked out of there by the Bulldogs. Big time defensive play for Connor Holbrook, I believe.
Yeah, Connor Holbrook right there. Definitely covered about 15 yards right there to knock that pass down. And our kid that just keeps impressing each week, Nathan.
Absolutely. Was incredible because that one, it was one-on-one with the wide receiver and buys his time, waits for the ball to come in there, and just knocks it out of the way. Comes from behind the wide receiver to do it. And here we go, Bulldogs. Trips to the right, one to the left. Shotgun, they're going to go to the right. Screen, and that one's kind of blown up. Going to be a short gain of maybe 2 yards.
Yeah. Field position, though, really for the offense tonight so far, Nathan, has just been, a tall task. But, those plays right there all year has been so positive for the Bulldogs, especially with Johnson out here. Now, Holbrook taking that role. See what can happen here as we march on.
Here we go. Still same thing. 3 stacked up to the right. 2 wide receivers to the left as the back gets emptied. A little slant over the middle to Holbrook. No dice. But if he hauls that one in, nobody's behind him, Greg.
No, he's heading to the Paramount, man. He is rolling if he catches that. So a lot of open field.
3rd and 8 coming up. And they're going to empty the backfield. They got 4 quads to the left, 1 to the right. And we'll take a look at what the Bulldogs have here. In the shotgun, takes the snap. Goes to the right side, nearly intercepted by Literal. And they they send 4 wide receivers to the left side and then come back to the right, thinking that, maybe they'll have something there, but it's a little bit of zone usage there, Greg.
Yeah, I mean, that's credit to their defensive coordinator right there. I mean, Raceland coming up strong right there on the 4th down.
And they had 2 guys in the vicinity. Literal gets his hands on it. Another punt for the Bulldogs. And that one going to hit at the 50 and take a hazard bounce to the 41-yard line. 42-yard line. Tough on the road.
Yeah.
Tough on the road. But this is the first time that the Raceland Rams have taken over on their side of the 50.
That was
on the opposite side of the 50.
Heck of a punt right there from Higgins and a kind roll right there. But now, I mean, it gives your defense a little bit more of a chance, too, from, picking up, the assignment from the 35-yard line there. I mean, if Hazard can – here's the thing, you get in here, you get a penalty. You get a stop for a loss here. So you got a chance to give your offense
there's a flag on the play.
Wow. So that's going to bring it up.
And that's
going to negate
return.
That position there. So something you don't want to see if you're a Hazard Bulldog fan for sure.
Yeah, they're going to mark it off. That'll put it on the 48 of the Hazard Bulldogs. So not for long, Greg. They were not on their side of the 50 for long.
Still yet, I think. Really putting a lot of burden on your defense tonight. And they're stepping up so far. I mean, they've got a chance here to keep them on the backside of things.
Waller going to hand it off up the middle to Cooper, and going to be a short gain, 3-4 yards maybe.
Yep.
So 2nd and 6 coming up. 10:40 to go here in the first half. For the Bulldogs, you need another. They got to stop deep in the red zone. They need to get a stop, and they need to have something going on offense because they've just been unable to get first downs. Last game, I don't think they got a first down in the entire first half.
Yeah.
Here we go. Handoff to Cooper up the middle.
Man.
Yeah. He's going to get a yard maybe for 3rd and 5 coming up. 10-11 on the clock.
John Sexton in there on the stop there, Nathan. I mean, that's Hazard met right there with a lot of force and vengeance there. They're trying to make their presence known here on that line tonight.
So we are your 3rd and 5. And I formation here. Waller under center. You got 2 backs behind him. You're going to hand it off to the tailback, and he is upended. Falls forward. They're going to give him a couple yards, but that's going to be 4th and 3. Marucci with a 2-yard gain, but he was hit at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean, a great second effort right there. Lucky that that didn't turn into a loss. But Marucci, man, what a great young running back here.
And they're going for it. And look, back in this T formation, everything in tight. This is a big opportunity for the Bulldogs to get the ball back in this spot. And they're going to get him. They're going to swallow him up in the backfield. Wow. Bulldogs, another back-to-back turnovers on downs.
Well, Linden and Jagger Fields, man, introducing themselves. what great penetration there from those kids.
Yeah, they're out there having fun. And this is Hazard's best spot of the night. Because Raceland felt like going for it. They're going to give it to Hazard at their 42-yard line. Going to be a handoff going left to right, and about a 6-7 gain for the Bulldogs. Big-time run there by Memphis Blankenship.
Yeah, and you got Choptal back into the game, and it shows you the trust that they have him in as well. Of course, too, in a situation like this, I love Pelfrey back there as well, along with Blankenship. Pelfrey, very underappreciated as a runner this year.
Here we go. Back in this wishbone look. 2nd and 3 coming up. Going to be a handoff. Oh, and gobbled up in the backfield. Going to lose 2, and lucky to lose only 2 because it was just a situation where it just lunges as many yards as you can get.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, It just, they're tough to run against, but Hazard's had some penetration tonight and some plus yardage. You just got to keep on marching.
That was Wells on the carry, 3rd and 4 coming up. This one going to go to Blankenship. He is hit. He's not going to get there, but they're going to mark him a yard short. 4th and 1, and look, with less than 8 minutes to go in the half, I think the Bulldogs, you got to go for it.
Well, I've tabbed Matt Chandler's the Riverboat Gambler. We're on the Ohio River. I think he's going to stay true to form.
This ain't Riverboat Gambler, baby. This is easy. This is get down in the wishbone, hand it off to the big man, and let him go to work. 4th and 1. Here we go. Going to be the handoff. Oh, and it is blown dead. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
I'm going to back it up 5 yards.
Moving on that right side there. It's going to negate an opportunity for Hazard here. Will they punt, though, Nathan? I mean, can you still trust your offense?
I think now this is your first off. The defense has played well.
Yep.
Getting 6 yards is a lot different than getting 1 yard, and you're going to be able to pin them back further than you pinned them back all night. Yep. So I think this is the play. And going to be a decent little punt. Going to be fair caught at the 18-yard line, 17-yard line. So going to be that's the best spot that the Bulldogs have put them in all night. Like I've said, this has been what they needed to do.
Yeah.
Make this a football game, because right now it's really not. They're really not. They've been on their heels all night. This is the first time that defense can breathe, but at the same time, this may be the first time that Raceland feels like they can maybe take some shots, too.
That's true, man. But, you trust your defense. Great punt there from Higgins there, and giving your defense a better shot here to pin them back.
Here we go. Shotgun, single back, 2 wide receivers split out each side. Empty the backfield as they send the back out to the flat. Nearly tapped, but going to be complete to Marucci. And he's going to get it out near the 21-yard line. So about a 3-yard gain.
Hazard right there on top of that. But he's lucky, though, on that tip pass, though, too. That could have spilled some tough times there for their offense. They were lucky to get out of that.
2nd and 7 coming up, and we've got a Ram down on the field. And I think that and he bounces up. That was Marucci. He's going to have to come out for a little bit, but you like to see him bounce up, and he walks off the field. Doesn't even look like he needed any help at all. I think he just had to collect himself for a second.
Tough kid right there, Marucci is, and very versatile too out of that backfield. Great runner, but with a catch and pass, he can turn up some yardage on you.
We'll see here. Split backs in the shotgun. Two wide receivers left, one to the right. Waller going to hand it off, and eaten alive in the backfield. Once again, the Bulldogs get the penetration. Linden in on the stop.
The enforcer, Raceland, and I'm telling you, what a game he's having, Nathan.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
That backs it up to about where they started, 3rd and 9 now. It'll be a 2-yard loss. 6:25 on the clock here in the second quarter, and it's 3rd down. This is a punting situation if you don't get the first down. Split backs from the shotgun, a handoff up the middle, and no dice. Going to be 4th down and 7, and we're going to see the Rams maybe punt it for the first time tonight.
Yeah, well, big kudos to Hazard's defense right there, led by Linden. Man, what a effort right there from the Bulldogs, though. But offense got a chance to get maybe the best field position they've had all night.
And looking forward to that as the punt comes out. A chance, and that was a kick, man. Takes a Hazard bounce, and it's going to be scooped up at the 40 by a Ram. Bulldogs 40 yards to pay dirt, down 7 with 5:44 to go in the half. This game has really not gone their way. They've kept at it. They've got some big defensive stops. And dare I say, Greg, they're a couple big plays away here from tying this game up in the first half.
Yeah, you get a first down here and start creating some momentum, and a lot of things open up.
And here we go. Once again, back in the wishbone. Going to be a handoff to Blankenship. Short gain, looks like. 3 yards and 2 yards and a cloud of turf.
Yeah.
I guess you can't say dust anymore. 2nd and 8 coming up, 5:30 on the clock.
I still like that play call right there from Coach Chandler, though, too. And kind of keep your eye on Holbrook here in this situation.
Hand off to Blankenship again, and another short game. Going to be about 3rd and 5 coming up.
Well, I like that. It's 4-down territory for the Bulldogs here now, man. No way they're going to be punting. They're going to be going for it. The defense is holding their on, and hopefully this is carrying over to the offensive sides right here, Nathan.
Here you go, back down, and the wishbone. And this time they're going to throw out of it. Slant. Oh, my gosh. Holbrook was just maybe an inch or two too high.
Yeah, I mean, he's had 2 plays that he catches those. I mean, one that we feel sure it would have been a touchdown, but right there would have definitely gave him a first down. But Hazard, no signs of punt right here. They're going to march on right here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're at the 35-yard line. It's the first you've seen all night. Could have a hard count. They got 3 wide receivers to the left, and there's no hard count. They're just going to go for it. Scrambling, has to get rid of it, and no dice. Incomplete. Pelfrey took a shot, and it's going to be Rams ball at the 35.
Yeah, that was a hard hit right there. Pelfrey, lucky to walk off as well as he did there, man. But
that was a little bit of just inability to make the decision, some indecision, because Pelfrey looked for a second that he might try to take off.
It's true.
And then he tried to throw it, ended up throwing it to alignment. I don't know.
Yeah, that was there's lucky to get out of that where they are right now, Nathan. That could have been disastrous.
1st and 10 for the Rams. 4:41 to go in the first half. And they empty the backfield, and they're going to say that it was an illegal motion.
Yep.
So back it up 5 yards, 1st and 15 Rams. They lead at 7-0 with 4:40 to go here in the first half.
Well, this right here, it's still your defense is, really other than the score right there, I mean, your defense is played very well. I mean, you think about going back to October the 4th, Nathan, at this time frame of the game, man.
Here we go.
A lot of changes.
Split backs in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Waller gets it in the shotgun. Going to hand it off up the middle to Marucci, and he's nobody there to do anything. He may get back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, 2nd and 15 coming up.
Raceland and getting penetration back there. I mean, he and Jagger Fields, they 2 of the guys that I think could really be so important as this game marches on the defensive side. They are really active.
And the Rams, they're running a little clock now, Greg.
Yeah,
they don't want to give the Bulldogs the ball back. They're backed up behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Been running the ball, and they run the ball again, and Stiltner, nobody there.
No.
Just nobody there for the Rams to really make anything happen. Third, they gain a yard there. 3rd and 14 coming up.
Yeah, C.J. Sexton, getting his stamp on this series right here as well. The kid has just played great all year.
Bulldogs got their full complement of timeouts.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see what Raceland decides to do here. If they throw it, it's incomplete. They stop the clock. And they're going to run it on a sweep. And Stiltner, he comes through, gets the first down out at near the 50-yard line.
Wow.
Going to stop it at the 48 for the first down. Landed Stiltner on the run. They just kind of strung things out along the right side on that sweep. Stiltner, when he sees the crease that he can get in there and get it upfield, he does it for a first down.
I mean, he bounced off that first tackler, man, and it kind of indications he was going down. But, man, you talking about a strong, strong runner. A lot of resolve in this kid.
Here we go. One back, 2 backs in the backfield. Marucci going to throw. Marucci out there as a decoy. They're going to throw it for the screen. Nobody home. They complete it, but no dice. That's Jackson Reister.
Yep.
And they're gonna say no gain, and they're gonna say he went down inbounds. So the clock keeps ticking.
Yeah, that's what Raceland is wanting to happen here. They want to keep this clock moving here. But Hazard really, though, a strong showing out there on that first down.
2:20 to go here in the first half. 2nd and 10 coming up. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Marucci. He puts the pad down and gets a little hometown spot there. But it's going to be about 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5 coming up.
Yeah, Marucci and Stiltner putting on a clinic tonight as a runner. I mean, man, you got some great running backs in this game along, especially with Memphis Blankenship, man. If you're a fan of the tailback, this is the game you want to be at.
Takes the snap under 2 minutes. Going to be Marucci up the middle, and he's not going to have the first down, but going to be 2 yards shy. So 1:30 on the clock, close to it when they'll under 1:30 when they snap this next one. It's going to be 4th and 2. They're going to go for it. Rams in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Marucci back there with Waller. They try to draw the Bulldogs off sides. They do not bite.
Having a timeout. So let me tell you, a big-time play there for the defense right there. To be patient out there, Nathan.
Yeah, they wait, and we'll keep it right here. They wait on it, just wait. They don't bite on the hard count. 4th and 2.
And
I don't anticipate the Rams to punt it here.
No.
I think they're going to go for it coming out of this timeout, but they've burned their last time out. So if they come out here and they don't like what they see, tough luck. You know what I mean? They've burned them all, and the Bulldogs have an opportunity to get the ball back with some time on the clock and 3 timeouts.
Absolutely. That's a world of time for this offense. But, Bulldogs, I just flashed back to the Breathitt County game there where that hard count, drew them off sides, and Hazard ended up getting beat by 2 that night. That was just showing you the improvement of this defensive line. And Hazard holding them to 7 points here in the first half. I mean, that's been a tall task for a lot of people this year, especially if you flop from October 4th to here. So Hazard, they get a stop here, Nathan. You got a chance,
If I'm the Bulldogs here, I show pressure.
Yeah.
I make it look like we are sending the house, and maybe get someone there to jump early. But they're going to hold it right here. It's going to be a quick snap, tipped up,
oh man,
incomplete. Big time play there by the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
They get the ball back with 1:11 on the clock. 3 timeouts here in the first half. They got another chance to tie it.
CJ Simpson on that, man. What a play from the Bulldogs there. So a host of Bulldogs chipping in here. But like you said, hey, you got 1:11 here, 3 timeouts. Playing with confidence right now, Hazard are.
We're not, with 1:11 on the clock, we're not going to see that. Although I'm a fan of it, we're not going to see the wishbone formation. But everybody kind of pulled in tight here on this shotgun play, and we got a double reverse. Oh, my goodness, that one blown up in the backfield is Pelfrey going to go down. They hand it off on the sweep, have a reverse coming the other way, then they toss it back to Pelfrey, kind of a double reverse flea flicker. But when all said and done, it's just kind of some nonsense there, Greg. Just trying to do too much, and the Rams were ready for it.
This is a time you got to take care of the ball. I mean, even though, like I said, if you can go down, win 7-0 here on the road, you've still got a lot of things to be positive about.
Here we go. Shotgun wide receiver stacked up on each side. They're going to hand it off to Blankenship, and not a lot there. He's going to lose a yard.
Yeah. I mean, if you're Hazard, do you play it safe and just try to get to the half here down?
I think
7?
you take one shot.
Yeah.
They can't stop it with a timeout. You know what I mean? So I'd like to see them. They've got 12 seconds to get the play in. I don't know that they're going to get it. No, we're going to go to the half, and that's going to be your score at the halftime. 7-0 Rams with the Bulldogs hanging in there, though. Much better showing than we saw last time.
Oh, my gosh.
But they still can't get anything going offensively. We'll talk more about that at the half. But We'll take a quick break, come back, talk some football. 7-0 Rams. Bulldogs hanging in there on the road on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
East Kentucky Carpet One has been serving Eastern Kentucky for more than 45 years, and we are proud to say that we are still here with the same quality family-owned business. We have experience in commercial and residential properties with a fully stocked warehouse. We also have access to luxury vinyl waterproof flooring, tile, carpet, and much more. Professional installation is also available. Stop by East Kentucky Carpet at 204 Willie's Way or give us a call at 606-439-3858. East Kentucky Carpet One.
HCTC recently received notice that its registered nursing programs have earned national accreditation.
What does this mean for me?
An affordable, high-quality opportunity to pursue your dreams. You can become a well-trained nurse debt-free thanks to the countless scholarship opportunities at HCTC. Learn from the best our region has to offer at Hazard Community and Technical College. Call us today at 606-487-3293.
Quality Care Medical Equipment and Scrubs in Hazard can meet all your needs, from medical equipment like diabetic shoes, post-mastectomy supplies, wheelchairs, crutches, canes, walkers, and more, to a wide variety and extended size scrub uniforms like Med Couture, Healing Hands, Grey's Anatomy, and Cherokee. They also carry nursing shoes, medical accessories, Littman products, Vera Bradley, and more. Stop in and let them know how they can help you today at Quality Care Medical Equipment and Scrubs.
At Kemper Furniture, we're ready for hometown Friday night lights. There's nothing like high school football, and it's that time of year. We want to ask all of you to get out and support your favorite team, players, fans, and cheerleaders. If you can't be there in person, tune in at WSGS and cheer on your favorite team from home. You could even come up, see us at Kemper Furniture, and get yourself a Lazy Boy recliner to kick back in while you cheer on your favorite team. At Kemper Furniture, we are families serving families since 1963.
Have you been injured in an automobile wreck? You need to call the car wreck professionals at the law office of David A. Johnson, where attorneys David A. Johnson, Justin Noble, and Michael Johnson are ready to fight for you to get you the money you deserve. The law office of David A. Johnson is located at 461 Main Street in Hazard, on the web at davidajohnsonlaw.com, and on Facebook. Call 435-1552. That's 435-1552. This is an advertisement.
Trust is delivering on promises, and People's Bank and Trust has been doing exactly that. They have the planning and the resources you need to help you take advantage of opportunities, with all the technology you need to make banking easy. Your success requires vision and the resources of a bank that's on your side. That's People's Bank and Trust of Hazard. They're here for you. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Did you know same-day crowns are now available at Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Little Flower Dental Clinic? Same-day crowns. No more temporary impressions and wearing temporary crowns. Same-day crowns. Now available at Little Flower Dental Clinic. We also offer cleanings, fillings, extractions, root canals, and bridges. Call for an appointment today at 487-9505. We accept most major insurances, Medicare and Medicaid, and even a sliding fee scale. Little Flower Clinic, your medical home in the mountains.
We're back here, folks. 7-0. The Rams of Raceland lead the Hazard Bulldogs at the half. Greg, this game saw the Bulldogs get the ball first. Got one first down. Ended up having to punt it away. Raceland took the ball, scored on their first drive, but it's been a stalemate since.
Yeah, I mean, it's other than, negating that penalty there early on and Hazard's defense is really held up well tonight. I mean, and that's what's been the case the last 4 weeks, getting to be with them. I mean, you just see them getting better each week. But, I mean, you being here on October the 4th, I mean, setting the tone from there to then, I mean, completely different Bulldog team that Raceland's seeing tonight versus October. Of course, now you're looking as this game goes on, we're looking over toward the baseball field. This win is starting to kick up. How does that, come into play, as punts, passing in as you go forward? I mean, does this come into a running game? And, boy, we got some good runners out here on both sides of the field, Nathan. But this, this is going to be the defensive game, that's going to put Hazard across if they want to move on. I truly believe the defense is going to carry them to victory here tonight. But now, given the offensive side of things, they've shown they can run. They've had a couple miscues right there on a route, and almost two. If Holbrook catches that first pass out there in the flat, I mean, he's gone, man. So as you can go in and look at that and come out here, ready for the second half, holding their heads high. But, man, I commend the defense. They have had one heck of a showing here in the first half.
Absolutely. At the half, they get the opportunity to go in and talk. See what they can do to adjust to get something going. The offense has been a problem for the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
They've, like you said, they've had, some opportunities where, woulda, coulda, shoulda, if they get their hands on this, it's good. But bottom line is when they've had those opportunities, they've not converted them. They've not completed many passes tonight. They've been pretty confident running the ball, but they're just not getting the big plays. They're not getting it to the outside. They're not really, getting into the second level of the defense. It's a good play is running for 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, and they've been marred with just terrible field position too, Nathan, tonight. I mean, if you look at their average field position tonight, it would have to be in the 20s, maybe 15 to 20-yard line. It's tough to put your offense in that situation in this environment tonight. And I'm talking weather-wise, man. I mean, it's spitting snow and ice and the wind kicking up here off the river. I mean, the elements really come into play in November. I mean, this is your goal to be playing it in November, but let me tell you what, your game plan is going to change when you're faced in this situation.
This is a wonderful night to listen to football on WSGS radio. It is a wonderful night. Got Kentucky versus Jackson State over on WZQQ. We left the better game tonight here for the 100,000 watt blowtorch. But we're look. I've told everybody that I talked to when I watched these two teams play earlier this season, I did not see two teams that were vastly different in talent. I did not see two teams that were vastly there was a coaching disparity. I just felt like there was a team that, not saying they didn't deserve to win the way they did. Raceland just had some big plays. They caught some breaks here and there, and the Bulldogs just couldn't get anything going.
Yeah.
And dare I say, at least for the first half, Greg, I've been mostly vindicated for all that since it's 7-0 right now. But, the Bulldogs, they got to score. They got to find some way to get points on the board. What they're doing, you come out, the passing game has not been there. They've taken one shot down the field, which I think it was Marucci was kind of one with the wide receiver down the sideline. Didn't really give him a shot to do anything.
No. Shoptall, throwing that pass when for Hazard going back. I mean, I want to say too that just seeing the body language there as well. That was not the route that he wanted. Ran as well, but I mean, Hazard, showed though maybe they can get it out though, and and isolate a Holbrook and also too. Fullwood is a guy that I really thought might play a bigger part here early in the first half, but you got another half to go. But he's a guy that I'm high on. I think he's a kid that can cause a lot of havoc for a defense.
Bulldogs got to find something. I know I've said that a few times, but they've, they're not giving the Rams are aware of who Connor Holbrook is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're going to make it hard on him. Somebody's going to have to step up in that passing game. They know that Blankenship is going to run it hard. He's going to run it right at you. But get your hands on him, fall down with him, and you're going to limit him to what he can do. And if you hit him early and you know what's coming, you're going to be able to stop him behind sticks or for a minimal gain. And that's been the story most of the night. I think Blankenship has got an outside one time tonight for about 7 or 8 yards.
Yeah, he has. I mean, But Hazard, like I said, it's they've been, the field position is really has been tough on them tonight, Nathan, and even getting that one penalty there and moving them back basically to the goal line there. How they came out of there without giving up a safety, or they held Raceland on that. They've got to get better field position here somehow, some way. You've got to give yourself an opportunity to get to that 35-plus yard line to start your offense. It's just tough starting at the 5 and 10 and 15-yard line.
Yeah, we're going to take one more break here. Maybe we've probably got enough time for two. They got to put the three-minute yoga clock on.
Yeah.
We still not got that yet. One thing I want to shout out, though, a few folks who are pretty familiar with me, I've worked in broadcasting around here in some form or fashion for, I guess, for a pretty long time for someone such a young age like me, Greg.
Dude,
you know
man.
what I mean? I'm still on the good side of 40. So, but my first taste at broadcasting, I was in media as a writer for a while. My first taste in the broadcasting side was over at WYMT, and the guy who gave me a shot when I was not qualified was one Neil Middleton at WYMT, and he signed off today for the last time at WYMT.
That's hard to believe, man. You think of WYMT and you think guys like him, Tony Turner, obviously Steve Hensley. That's kind of a sad day for the Mountains, man.
Let me tell you, and I don't have time to go into all the stories, but I was a pretty young guy when I started at WYMT, and I wasn't exactly the most professional of folks that had ever seen the newsroom. And because of that, I spent a lot of time in Mr. Middleton's office. We talked about a lot of things, and usually it was him imparting some wisdom into me that I didn't know that I needed at the time, but and I learned a lot from him. Michael Dwayne was asking me, "Hey, what time can you get up? What time can you get here today? Greg's gonna get here at 6 o'clock." I said no. I said I'll be there. It's gonna be after 6:30 because I wanted to make sure I got to see my old boss sign off for the last time. And Neil, don't know if you're listening or not, but somebody may tag him in the comments or something. But your dedication to Eastern Kentucky is second to none, and we got 2 Eastern Kentucky teams going at it tonight. And maybe we can see the Bulldogs pull off the upset in the second half for you. But either way it goes, I'm sure there's plenty of Harlan games in your future, brother. But we'll be right back on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Your vintage helmet turns heads. Your leather jacket has more zippers than a blue jean factory. Your fingerless gloves fit you like a, well, no doubt about it. Owning a motorcycle makes you look cool, but insuring it with Kentucky Farm Bureau makes you look smart. You even get a multi-policy discount if you're already a Kentucky Farm Bureau customer. Kentucky Farm Bureau, now offering motorcycle insurance.
Visit or call Janet Smith, Kentucky Farm Bureau Agency Manager, or agents Major Gabbard and Chase Smith.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best.
Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader.
Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now to find your purpose at Alice Lloyd College.
Mine Service Company, a trusted name for quality mine supplies, is happy to announce the opening of their new hydraulic hose division. Now you won't have to travel abroad to get hoses and fittings. Located on Highway 15 South, on Willie's Way across from Applebee's in Hazard. Everything you'll need to get up and running. They even have hoses and fittings for Cat, Volvo, and Komatsu heavy equipment. Trusted for over 100 years in the mining industry. And now bringing you quality products in their new hydraulic hose division in Hazard. Mine Service Company.
What's in a name anyway? Well, our answer is everything. Because we're the store that puts our promise to you right in our name. Save-A-Lot Food Stores. Now, Save-A-Lot isn't just a name we pick for ourselves. It's a name we've earned by bringing you only the best grocery items, freshest produce, and quality meat available at the best possible value every day. That's Save-A-Lot.
Save money at your local Save-A-Lot store in Hazard and in Hayden.
Looking for fast, easy, and secure electronic banking? Community Trust Bank has a wide variety of banking services to meet your needs, including internet banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. We now have even more great services like Apple Pay and Google Pay. Make payments directly from your smartphone. And Zelle, a fast, easy, secure way to send and receive money from your smartphone. Visit us on the internet at ctbi.com or stop by and see us at one of our 79 branch offices.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Here we are, folks, getting this last little bit in here, some stretches before we get going with the second half. Greg, both of them out here. You mentioned the wind kicking up a little bit. It has been straight horizontal, just going nuts.
Looking at the beautiful American flag over here, right off of 23, and this is kind of a unique field here. You're right off, one of the most traveled roads in this part of the world, and that flag is really taking a pounding right now. So I don't know how much that's going to affect this game. I mean, because both teams shown that they want to run as much as they can, but yet again, like Shoptall, we go back to that play that can be very easily connected. But Hazard, their bread and butter has been these short passes and plus yardages all year long that Gavin Johnson has just made a living on. And Connor Holbrook the last 2 weeks has kind of stepped up there to that place, but it's I just still think it's going to come down. I think the defense is going to keep making the plays here to maybe put them in position to be the catalyst for this game in the second half. At least for Raceland right here, I mean, it's a much different looking Bulldog team, Nathan, from October the 4th.
Yeah, I'm sure they feel like, what do we got to do? What do we got to do to get things going? The Bulldogs, the Bulldogs have really put the clamps down defensively here on the Rams. They've been in the backfield all night. They've hit them hard. Yep. They have really made them work for everything. But Raceland, out of these two teams, they're the only team that has really busted a few big plays tonight. You know what I mean? They're the only ones that have 17-yard play here.
Yeah.
Down, okay, here we go, backed up. We get it down into the 15, in the 15-yard line, 20, 30-yard gain. They're the only team that's done that tonight. We're waiting on the Bulldogs to say, hey, we can do that too.
Yeah.
But right now the Bulldogs have just been just behind that first down marker, just behind it. They've had to punt it, and they've really not had a lot of luck out of the punting game either.
No, they've had one decent punt right there that took a Bulldog bounce, but special teams, how important they are, especially in playoff times and in these conditions as you go on and you march on to your ultimate goal is getting to Lexington. Special teams really play a huge role.
Absolutely, and we've got the clock down to 0. We're going to put 12 on the clock, get this third quarter started. Bulldogs are going to kick it off, and the Rams are going to go right to left to start this half. So they will have a chance to build on this lead, and the Bulldogs, look, if you're the Bulldogs, you got a chance to make a statement defensively to start this half. This is a big drive. This is a big drive.
Like I said, with special teams right here, it's very important. Higgins, to get this toward the end zone here. You can't give these guys a short field. That's something that we've talked about. You got to kind of put them back against the wall for once here. And hopefully with Higgins right here, he can get this back toward the goal line and give your defense a chance.
There we go. The kick, a little bit of a squib action, going to hit at the 30, and they're going to fall down right where they get it. Rams, not a lot. The up back has to get it. That's going to be Eli Evans. We'll give him about the 33-yard line.
Yeah.
So decent, not feel in a position to ride home about either, but if you're the Bulldogs off of a squib kick, you'll take that.
Yeah, you'll take it. And right here, it's the chance of two for the Bulldogs, like I said, to create some momentum. And, the defense, like I said, all night long, how important they're going to be here down the stretch.
Here we go, back in that same formation, everybody at it. And this one's going to be handed off, and not a lot going on. Going to be Arnett on the carry. He may get 2 yards, and that's what they're giving him. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and I believe tackle there made by number 3 there for Hazard Wells, and just what an important key he could be too. He and Fields, and another guy that you're missing out there, Gavin Johnson on defense, man. Who's going to step up here in the second half?
Here we go. Another handoff, right going to left, and another short gain. They handed off to Stiltner. He was going horizontal, gets vertical at the last minute, surges forward. Going to get it to 3rd and 4, just shy of the 40. And 11 minutes on the clock here in the third, 7-0 as a grocery bag just flies across the field here, Greg.
Yeah.
Official.
And it's Hazard right here, just another important third down. We've said that all night, but they all are important. You got to get a stop.
Here we go. Now we got a little shotgun action. Going to hand it off to Stiltner. No dice.
Nope.
No dice. And that's going to get him to the just shy of the 41. So 4th and short, about 2.5 yards, 2 yards or so.
So, I mean, how confident is this offense here? I mean, you even think of not punting here. I mean, and they're not going to do it.
I mean, they're near midfield, but look, if you don't get it here, you're going to give it back to the Bulldogs on your side of the 50 and closer to the 40. They're in the shotgun. They got a couple of backs. They're going to send a man in motion and come back the other way, and they're going to back it up 5 yards. That one was just another instance of teams just trying to do a little too much before the snap, and ends up with an illegal shift.
So I tell you what, they're lucky that flag came in, because that would have been a big loss. Nathan Hazard read that extremely well.
Now they're gonna punt it, so they may come out on the good side of that. Greg, you're right. A little bit of a high snap, and what a boomer of a punt, and going to be it's a muffed punt. The Bulldogs scrambling for it. Everybody's trying to get it. The Rams have it. Touchdown.
Unbelievable.
Oh, my goodness. Talk about sucking the air out of the sideline over there on the Bulldogs. They forced to stop. Oh, but they are talking about it.
I think, Nathan, man, he called
fair catch, but he didn't secure it. You know what I mean?
So, like I said, the win right behind. I mean, we'll see what happens here. It's going to be interesting.
Here, if they overturn this touchdown, this place will burn to the ground tonight. It will burn to the ground. But not to say that it shouldn't happen. No. As the overturn, I didn't. Once they all got on top of it, I couldn't see anything.
See, we're waiting for the white ad to come out of here, but they're. Let's see, but that was how dangerous that was, man.
Yeah, we'll see. They're talking about it. Talking about it.
That's the position of the that he just picked up. That's the spot of the fumble. Here, boys, from here. Yeah, here we go. We got a tent loosened on the far sideline. Hazard just lost their tent
and we're waiting.
Wow. Put it at the 5.
Okay, they're going to say the Rams or the Bulldogs have it at the 5.
I want to think so, man.
Yeah. Okay.
And Hazard just lost their 10 on the offensive side of things here. They were so a couple of the offensive players there maybe get some treatment, and they're
no. It is Rams ball. Wow. And they're going to give it to Arnett, and he walks in untouched for the touchdown. 13-0 Rams with 9:50 to go in the third.
Flags everywhere here, Nathan. We'll see what happens.
If I had to take a guess, this will be some extracurricular stuff. We'll see what it is. I think it probably offsetting, but we'll see. We'll see.
Man, not the way that the Bulldogs wanted to start this half right here. We'll see what happens. I think it's after the score here, maybe when the Laundry came in, Nathan. We'll see what happens here. So, Bulldogs definitely coming out with a start that they did not see, and just a tough break there for the Bulldogs.
Yep. 9:50 to go here in the third. So it's going to be a personal foul against Raceland. Will be enforced on the kickoff.
Yeah.
So 13-0. They're going to come out, kick this extra point, and then they'll have to back it up 15 yards to kick it to the Bulldogs. So here we go. Waller out to attempt the extra point. Snap is good. Ball's down, and that is good. 14-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
It should be easy to get healthcare you can trust close to home. That's exactly what UK Healthcare's North Fork Valley Community Health Center in Hazard is designed for. With a variety of services under one roof, from primary care to behavioral health, and an on-site pharmacy and lab to make it even more convenient for you. It's a provider that treats everyone regardless of ability to pay, all backed by the expertise of UK Healthcare, so you and your family can get healthy and stay healthy. Learn more at ukhealthcare.com/hazard.
We're back, folks. 9:50 to go here in the third quarter, and the Rams, off of a muffed kick, end up getting the ball back at the Hazard. Bulldogs stopped them, but they couldn't handle the kick, give it up at the 5-yard line, and the Rams walk it in 14-0, but they're going to have to kick it off from the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Hazard probably will have the most promising field position they have tonight, but you got to secure these punts, these kicks, and just a tough break for the Bulldogs.
Here we go. This one's going to be a kick deep, and Bulldogs going to have a chance to, oh my gosh, another muff. Holbrook picks it up off the turf and going to get it out to about the 34. With the way things are tonight, with the cold, the rain, the wind,
yeah, it's tough.
It's not your typical night catching kicks.
No, man, I mean,
it's not your typical night.
That's and hats off to Holbrook right there just to retrieve that and turn up about a few yards. But yeah, it's tough elements out here tonight.
Here we go. 1st and 10, down 14. Going to throw one out to the left side and fighting for more yards near the first down. Going to be about a 9-yard gain.
Well, I think it's one of the best-looking plays Hazard's had all night long, but all year long that has been the play that they have been so successul at and kind of hung their hat on right there. And short pass and great gains after the catch.
Here we go, 2nd and 1 coming up. Going to be a pitch out to the left, and they've got the first, and they've got more. Out across the 50. Going to be a first down out of bounds. Blankenship, that's maybe his biggest run of the night.
Biggest run of the night. 2 great segued plays right there. Hazard's getting some momentum here early in the second half here, Nick.
They've got it. They've needed it offensively. Unfortunately for the Bulldogs, it came after they coughed it up on the punt. But, hey, still just a 2-score game. Plenty of time left in the third quarter. 8:50 to go here in the third. They've got Pelfrey in the shotgun. Going to be a screen, and oh my goodness, another drop. That's Fullwood, and he had it in his hands heading into green pastures, but no dice.
He catches that. You're looking at a pickup possibly 15 to 20 yards out there. He was the guy we talked about at halftime. Could step up and really give the Bulldogs a boost right there. But those are passes and catches. It will haunt you right there, Nathan.
2nd and 10 coming up. Shotgun, 3 wide receivers stacked out to the left. I'm going to empty the backfield. And, dangerous pass to Blankenship as he was coming out of the backfield.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Nathan, and you're looking
incomplete.
At the wind shifted that ball as well. I mean, you look at there's debris on the field right now, just floating across the green here. But that, I mean, throwing into this one is going to be tough.
Literal had the coverage on Blankenship, but if he steps in front of that one, if the wind doesn't blow it the other way, if he steps in front of that, that is a defensive touchdown. As sure as I'm sitting here. And here we go, 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 49. Pelfrey going to throw it, and that one incomplete as well. May have been another win deal again.
Yeah, he's looking for David Napier right there, and David's been making these plays here lately for the Bulldogs right there. But I'm telling you, the win is just, I'm going to say, all night long here. It's just really, really getting tough out here to throw the ball.
Over 7,300 yards, 71 touchdowns, 41 interceptions. This was a Hazard team last year, 1 and 10.
And here we go, Bulldogs out to punt it with 8:38 to go. They get a high booming punt and going to take a hazard bounce inside the 30-yard line at the 27.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, man, that ball just died, man, and just kind of took a Bulldog bounce there. But, hats off to Higgins right there to get that much yardage against this win. 14-0, a manageable deficit right here, Nathan. But you give Raceland another touchdown, really going to put your back up against the wall as the clock keeps moving.
Here we go. Raceland in the shotgun, sends one man in motion, empty in the backfield. Waller running for his life, rolling out to the right. He's got a man but cannot get him, so that's going to be 2nd and 10. And honestly, he's lucky that the Ram fans are lucky that's all they came up with. Because he was about 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
He covered a lot of ground right there, evading the Bulldog defenders, and he's lucky there that he didn't get pressured there early on, and it could have had a loss of 8 to 10 yards there. Very lucky that young man was there.
There we go, 2nd and 10 coming up. Shotgun formation, going to hand it off up the middle, and that's going to be a first down to Cooper. Big time gain. You're talking 20, 25 yards.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Napier on the stop, and not before he picks up an Air Supreme Heating and Air Rams.
Big time run right there from Cooper. David Napier might have saved his touchdown right there for Hazard.
1st and 10 inside the 50 there at the 45-yard line. Oh, my goodness. He throws it up and completes it to himself and goes down behind the line of scrimmage. It slipped. Like I said, this is not your typical game. You're seeing a lot of dropped passes from wide receivers. We've seen some muffed kicks. We've seen a quarterback, the ball slip right out of his hand.
Yeah, it's lucky that that didn't come up to be a fumble, and Hazard all over that as well.
It'll be a handoff to Marucci, and gets some of that yardage back. Going to bring up 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12 coming up.
Like I said, the Bulldogs still giving themselves a fighting chance right there, and just a monster 3rd down right here for the Bulldog defense.
Here we go. Going to be slung out to the left to the wide receiver. Really not a lot going on there. Trying to get it out to Bryson Rousey for the screen. He had all the room in the world, but just could not navigate it.
4th and 9 here, Nathan. Do you punt, or do you still just trust your offense here? You got it on. And good yardage. For this team.
I feel like the Rams are playing with fire. The way they're doing this, they're going to go for it. They're going to empty the backfield, and they've done this multiple times tonight. 4th and 9. Bulldogs bringing a little bit of pressure, and he's going to roll out to his left, and I don't know if he got it.
And a flag in the backfield as well. So
there was definitely a hold, but he did not get to the first down marker. So
you come up about 3 yards short maybe on that, but see what happens on the flag.
It's definitely a hold. It's definitely a hold. Going to bring it back if the Bulldogs want it. But, I mean, I would just send the offense out there to take it.
Yeah, absolutely.
No sense to give them another one. Yeah. So
Well,
turnover on downs. Bulldog defense has been here tonight, and the Rams, they've been going for it on fourth down and giving them opportunities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For this offense to do something, but they've been unable to do it. Here they are back in this wishbone set. Has this been something they've went to a lot this
They've
year,
went
Greg?
here lately in the last few weeks and been very successful with it.
Okay. Coming up the right side of that line, nobody there. May lose. They're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage. I don't know that he did.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a set that we've seen has been very positive for the Bulldogs here lately. This defensive line from Raceland, too, man, is strong a line that other than Pikeville that I've seen along with Corbin in the last few weeks.
Halfway through the third quarter, under 6 to play, back in the wishbone. Going to be a toss. Oh, that's a fumble, and they're going to fall back on top of it. That is unfortunate. They threw it back to Jadrian Wells, who basically dribbled it off the turf. And
Jadrian Wells has been sure-handed as well all year long. Just a tough catch right there on the run.
Again, it's slippery out there. The rain's has calmed down a little bit tonight, but you can see there's still a little drizzle out there. It'll be a play action. Choptaw is going to throw it, knocked away. Big time break up there from Roster. So 4th down and almost 20.
Yeah.
4th and 17. The Bulldogs definitely going to punt this one away.
I definitely love the play call right there, getting Choptaw out on the move, and it's something that the Hazard Bulldogs can look forward to for the next 3 years. You're going to see a lot of that.
Here we go. Punted. Oh, and that's a muff pump. They're going to pick it up. Higgins got hit.
I
think it was tipped.
I'm a little puzzled on that. That's as much as I'm going to say on air. But it's definitely contact.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. There was contact, but if they got a hand on it, it doesn't count.
Yeah, it's true.
But I don't know. That looks about like every other Kenyon Higgins punt we've seen tonight.
It's been tough kicking game for both sides tonight, other than the field goals here for Raceland. But it's as the night goes on, man, it's going to get tougher as that wind picks up.
1st and 10 from the Bulldog 49. Raceland has it back in this T look. Hand it to the back on the right side, and he busts through and going to have a big gain all the way down near the 30. And once again, it's Mr. Arnett. He's been Mr. Everything for the Rams tonight.
1-2, and I hate to use this word fatigue as well, but the defense has been out here, 75% of the clock here tonight. It's been tough on them.
Yeah. That one going to be up the middle, and look, just driving them right near the 1st down marker. Going to be about 2 yards shy. That is tough.
Is Brandon Ross in there, the runner there?
I got Brody Brumfield.
Okay, sorry. But, Raceland showing a lot of depth, though, too, on this offensive side of things.
2nd and 2 coming up. Going to be a toss to Arnett, and he's going to get out of there. And they're going to say he stepped out around the 15, 17-yard line.
Yeah.
The Rams it's starting to come easier to them right now, Greg.
Yeah, there's that line is really playing the best they've played tonight too as well. But I just the Hazard defense has just been out there so long tonight. But still, you don't even think of the word fatigue, but you're in a playoff situation right here. But it does take its toll.
You got to find that second win right now, because if you go down 21-0 here, as they hand it off to Marucci on the halfback dive. But if you go down 3 scores late in the third, the way Raceland's played and the way your offense has played, I don't know if the Bulldogs have 3 quick touchdowns in them.
It will be it'd be a tall task, man, but you definitely, if you're the Bulldog defense, I mean, a monster possession right here for you as well.
2nd and 5, going to be a handoff and tripped up. That's Arnett, but they're going to say he's just shy of the first. Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
And these backs, too, for Raceland, it seems like
they're going to say first down. 1st and goal coming up.
Seems like they're in another gear right now, too, when they're coming out of that backfield.
7 yards to go, 1st and goal. They're going to rush to the line. Everybody stacked up, and they're going to come a little misdirection to Arnett, and they're going to say he's in for the touchdown. 21-0 with 3:24 to go in the third, and that is a message to the Bulldogs. It's now or never.
Yeah, I mean, it's a situation that, in the first half you didn't forecast this. I mean, the way the defenses were played, but a couple miscues right there, and it's for the Bulldogs. It just things are starting to mount up on them, Nathan. You're putting yourself up against a wall, and somehow, some way, you got to make something happen now. I mean, you can't wait going into this fourth quarter down 21-0 the way this team runs the ball. So, very important. Hazard gets up on the board in this next series.
Another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Rams. Celebrating a little too hard there, Greg.
Yeah, it's still, though, we'll give Hazard a pretty decent field position as well coming out of this. They're going to tack that on the kickoff.
3:24 on the clock in the third. Waller going to try to boot this through for 21, make it 21-0. And that one tipped, but going to be they're going to throw a flag. It's got to be for hurdling. It's got to be for hurdling. The line. They're not going to call it. They're going to say you straddled him, and that's it. Yeah. So 20-0. We'll be right back, folks. 30 seconds. Hazard ball on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Are you or someone you know a victim of domestic violence? You are not alone. LKLP Community Action is here to help. Whether you have questions about your rights, need emergency shelter, housing assistance, or you are seeking individual and family counseling, LKLP is here for you. Break the cycle of domestic violence. Call our 24-hour crisis hotline at 1-800-928-3131 today, or visit www.lklp.org for more information.
We're back, folks, here on the East Kentucky Sports Network as things get a little testy there between Salmons and the officials. It looked like maybe Higgins kind of took a run and go and then hurdled, which you cannot jump over the line, but you can slide in between them.
That's true.
And I think the officials were trying to say that's what happened. I don't know. It's a big old boy to slide in between anybody. Oh, my gosh. Again, the Bulldogs, that time, Holbrook hauls in the kick and then falls down.
Yeah, it's just a slippery surface there as well. And just everything that can go wrong right now for the Bulldogs pretty much is happening, Nathan, on special teams. But giving yourself a shot to somehow make this comeback. I mean, you have got to score here. Giving yourself 83 yards of plateau in front of you, man. You've got to do something here.
Here we go. It'll be a handoff to Blankenship, and he's going to get about 4 yards, 3-4. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Oh, they're going to give him a pretty good spot there, about 5 yards.
20-6, Sayre over Pikeville. A score there, Nathan. We'll pass along to the folks back home.
A little Chad Pennington action over there. And going to be a handoff toss. It's going to be a toss to Blankenship going to the left, and it's going to be a minimal gain, if anything.
And that's something that we've just not seen from the Bulldogs. It's just they cannot get out there off that edge and turn upfield. It's just it has been rough tonight on those Bulldogs runners there trying to get on the outside.
Here we go, 3rd and 6 coming up. And going to be a quick pass and complete for the first down.
Yeah, that's
about a 10-yard gain or so.
Yeah, Connor Holbrook coming up with just a great play there, and good just dart there thrown from Pelfrey. Man, that's really, really something they've hung their hats on this year.
Here we go, 1st and 10. Ball at the 28. Takes the snap from the shotgun. Going to be a screen pass out to the left. And not a lot. Oh, and shoved from behind and taken out by the first down marker.
Yeah.
Not fun, but either way it goes, that's a minimal gain, too.
Yeah.
They're going to say he stepped out after about a yard.
Yeah. Looks to be 2nd and 8, maybe on the 30 there, kind spot there for the Bulldogs. 2nd and 9, excuse me.
Yeah, they're going to give him spotted at the 29. And now Bulldogs got everybody in tight. One back in the backfield. Wide receiver stacked up. Here comes one in motion. They're going to hand it off on the sweep. And Holbrook, takes a shot as everybody on the Rams was ready for it. But he's going to get a few yards for it. Bring up 3rd and 6 coming up with 2 minutes to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, Holbrook is a fighter, man. This kid, he's got a world of a future here that's just going to, you're going to be hearing that name around the Bulldog camp, you fans, for the next 2 years. This kid is really special.
3rd and 6 coming up, 1:40 on the clock. Pelfrey in the shotgun. And it's going to be play action. He's got to get rid of it. And broken up, big-time play there.
Landed Bloss there on the coverage there. So, going to bring up 4th and 6, right?
Yeah, 4th and 6. Where they're at, 32-yard line, definitely going to be a punting situation for the Bulldogs.
Hazard had a couple plus plays there, Nathan, but it's hard to find consistency on this evening.
Here we go. It's going to be a fake, and they blow a flag. Holbrook, he's going to get the first, but I think it's coming back. Oh, and here's another flag coming in late. We'll see.
Right there, picking up about 15 yards right there on a great call there by Coach Chandler.
We'll have to wait on it. Interesting. Because I assume that this would have been on Hazard down here.
Mm-hmm.
If it's on the Rams on the other side, that makes it offset.
That's true. Wow.
4th and 6.
That would send Newport Central Catholic here, and Newport would go to
1:25 on the clock, and we're waiting for the rain starting to pick up again.
Yeah.
And they're going to back it up.
Man, jeez.
Also,
what a great play there from Holbrook. Jeez.
I didn't see what the call was.
No, it looks to be a personal foul. I think the first indication was, but 2 flags coming down on that play.
Okay, so here we go. This one, a kick all the way. And Higgins got a decent look there. And that takes a Raceland bounce back to the 45. Hazard try. They nudged it to the 46. I think they're going to give it to them, but see where we go. From here, 1:12 on the clock in the 3rd. Things getting a little Kenny Loggins danger zone.
Yeah, it's true, man. It's you got to keep fighting. I mean, there's still a quarter to go, but the way this team runs the ball and utilizes the clock, Nathan, just sometimes, man, it's hard to overcome. It really is.
Here we go back in this T formation. Going to be hand off to the back on the right, going to the left, and once again comes through Arnett with a big gain, about 8 yards with a minute to go in the third.
Yeah, I mean, big save for the touchdown as well right there from the Bulldogs. I mean, he breaks that tackle, and he's gone. Holbrook there again on the tackle. Called his name quite a bit tonight on both sides of the ball.
40 seconds on the clock. Going to be a handoff to the big man Cooper, and he's going to look. He's got the first and more around the 30-yard line. But listen, they're just gashing them now. The Rams are just getting what they want out of this running game. They have kind of withered down this Bulldog front, and these guys that were getting in the backfield every play, now they're getting blown off the line of scrimmage. Arnett coming up the sideline, and he's got the first down and more. I think we got a flag coming in late. We'll see what the call is.
Yeah, Arnett just another one of those kids, too, that just, as the game has went on tonight, he just has really gotten better. I mean, very heady runner, very patient. And, man, he loves contact. He does not shy away from it. It's 14 seconds to go here. Nathan, you're like I said, the Bulldogs' defense for Hazard Night has had to been at least 80% of this game, it seems. As far as time-wise goes, it's really took its toll.
Yep. Tough look, and we got a Hazard player down. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We come back, we'll bring you the rest of this quarter and stick around for the fourth. But it's 20-0. Rams up with late, just seconds left to go in the third quarter. We'll be right back on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
The Fugit Family Chiropractic staff is highly knowledgeable and experienced, providing you with the leading-edge technology and proven techniques for optimum pain relief and minimal recovery time. If you suffer from neck or lower back pain, headaches, herniated or bulging discs, or even degenerative disc disease, don't spend another minute suffering. Fugit Family Chiropractic is also nationally certified to perform DOT and CDL physicals. No referral is needed, and walk-ins are always welcome. Fugit Family Chiropractic in Hazard and Whitesburg.
We're back, folks, 20-0. It was David Napier down on the play, but he bounces up and runs off the field.
Yeah, he's
and
tough young man, and has had a good year, especially early on. I think he was leading the Bulldogs in interceptions. I mean, but an offensive side as the years went on, too. He's turned into be a good offensive player.
Okay. They had it marked back to redo the play. I guess
Right.
offsetting penalties, but now the referees are having a discussion.
So
there we go. 14 seconds. Clock will start on the snap. And there we go. Going to be another run to Arnett, and another flag comes in behind the play.
it looks like it's holding there, maybe the left tackle.
And the Rams, look, somebody let this offensive line know. You don't have to do that.
No.
Just live to see another play, because that'll back them up 10 yards and another Bulldog down on the field.
It's like Brewer there down on the field for Hazard. Hazard fighting out there on that defensive side of things tonight, man. It's an aggressive line here for Raceland tonight. These runners, too, are about as strong a tandem of runners, Nathan, I've seen all year long. There's a reason why they are who they are. Tough kids from up here in northeastern part of Kentucky, and just a lot of great football in this area. I mean, go across the river to Ironton and Huntington, and even on to Columbus on up here across the bridge, man. This is football country.
It's going to be 1st and 24. They've got it 29. That's going to take us to the end of the third. We're going to take a quick minute break. When we come back, we'll get you the fourth quarter. Bulldogs in need of some offense. We'll be right back on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Dig into a delicious deal at Fazoli's. Your favorite Fazoli's pastas are now just $4 for a limited time only. Enjoy tasty spaghetti with marinara sauce, hearty spaghetti with meat sauce, or creamy and cheesy fettuccine with Alfredo sauce for only $4. Yes, you heard right, just $4. These dishes include our signature garlic breadsticks, which are unlimited when you dine in. Big flavor, bigger value. Get these $4 pastas today only at Fazoli's.
If your sink won't drain just like it should, who you gonna call? Hot Toilet! If your toilet's clogged and it don't smell good, who can you call? Hot Toilet! Call 233-5936. Call 233-5936. You better call Todd.
We're back, folks, here with 12 minutes on the clock. 4 fingers in the air, baby. It is fourth quarter time. The Rams have been gashing the Bulldogs, but they've had a chance to get a little bit of a breather, and they've got them backed up deep first at 24. And Arnett, oh, my gosh, just keeps making a miss. And he's going to gain about 12 yards or 11 yards or so. It's going to be second and 13.
And, 3 missed tackles on that play right there, Nathan. And this, like I said, this tandem of tailbacks for Raceland, it's just they're fun to watch, man. They're tough runners.
Here we go, second and 14 officially. Shotgun, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Going to be a handoff up the middle to Marucci, and he's upended. He's not going to make it back to the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and 12 coming up with 11:10 to go. And the way the Rams have run their offense tonight, I think this is well within 4-down territory for them.
Sure.
I think they'll go for it if they lose a yard here.
Yeah, they've incredibly confident, on the work they've put in.
Here we go. Waller takes the snap and tries to look to his left and come back to his right, but Holbrook goes to Kimby Mutombo style and says, "Not in my house, baby," and knocks it down. And that's going to be 4th and 12 coming up. And look, they're not.
No, there's no.
They're not bringing anybody out. Waller just looks at the sideline, says, "Coach, what are we running?"
Yeah, they're going to keep them on the field here. This punt is not in their vocabulary here, Nathan, in this fourth quarter here. Pretty much the whole game, it's been that way.
4th and 12 coming up, empty backfield. This has been their 4th down set tonight.
Oh yeah.
And here we go. Rolls to his right, tosses it. It's complete, and I don't know. He's not there.
No.
No, they're going to say he's got it.
Wow. Okay. These two are right. They were kind of flanked here from this pole.
So they needed 12. They got 13.
Yeah, it's
tough on the road.
Abundance of riches that they've got here for options. And on this offensive side of things here, man, if 4th and 12 is like 4th and 1 to anybody else with these guys, they're impressive.
Now they go in this T formation, going to try to burn some clock. Marucci got it. He's still on his feet now, stumbling around the 5-yard line. That's where they'll blow him dead for the first down, 1st and goal from the 5. And this right here, Greg, this is Pikeville just goes down. This is do or die right now for the Bulldogs.
Absolutely.
And Marucci, I think he gets in, but that's going to come back. Oh, no, we got shenanigans. Because, look.
So, yeah.
It's going to be a hold, but then there's something after the play. But the hold will stand.
Yep.
The personal foul will become after the play. So they'll have to enforce both of these if that's the case. So, yeah, they're going to have to mess around and see what they come up with here. But
another injured player right there from Hazard, man.
if they're both on Raceland, then it's going to be we're coming back to the tune of about 25 yards.
Yeah.
So holding against Raceland, we knew that personal foul against the Bulldogs. So that means, it's going to be first down. They're going to have to go back, and then it'll be half the distance of the goal the other way. So back to the 15, and then around the 7.5 yards. So still a little bit for the Bulldogs. You'll take it because you don't want to give up the touchdown, but you also can't afford to give up too much time off the clock here either.
No, this game plan has been put to perfection tonight by Raceland. I mean, really, really impressed. So we got
referee's going to talk a little bit.
Personal foul and still trying to get some clarification here, Nathan. Yeah.
Okay. We'll see. We're back at it. First and goal. T formation once again. Waller under center. He's going to hand it off up the middle, and Powell inside the 5, but no touchdown.
Nope.
Going to get it down to about the 3, and
so another flag coming in here late, Nathan, after the play.
We should have had somebody sponsor the flags tonight. Oprah Winfrey's in the house. You get a flag. You get a flag.
See what happens.
Personal foul against the Rams.
Yeah.
They got that on Evan Burrows.
So second down and back it up. Yeah. Look, the Rams.
Looks like it's on Burrows there for Raceland.
The way they're running the football, they can cruise in this one as long as they don't, as long as they can fall on some onside kicks and just run some time off the clock. But they had a touchdown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They walked into the end zone up here, and we're going to keep moving it back for penalties. Ball at the 18-yard line. Second and goal from the 18.
Second half been marred by penalties for sure, Nathan, in this game.
Yeah, here we go. It'll be a handoff to Arnett, and he is taken down in the backfield. He's going to lose a couple.
Kenyon Higgins in there making sure there's no gain on that play.
Third and goal from the 20. And that's the first time we've seen the Bulldogs back in the backfield.
Yeah.
And
since the second quarter.
A couple drives, at least.
It's 9, that clock moving. Like you said, Nathan, this is a team here that just relishes in situations like this going down the home stretch.
Here we go. T formation again. This is play action look. Waller, he's going to take off, and he's still on his feet. And he's going to be hit, taken out of bounds around the 5. Oh, and I saw the official run over there. I can't tell, but I just assumed there were shenanigans on the sideline at this point. It's going to be 4th and goal from about the 6-yard line. Clock stops with 9:01 on the clock as he goes out of bounds. And here we go. It's going to be a double reverse into the touchdown as Bryson Rousey. They hand it off to Marucci going right to left, and they hand it off to Rousey going left to right, and he goes right into the end zone. 26-0, 8:56 to go, and things starting to look dire here for the Bulldogs.
Well, I tell you what, man, it's been a masterclass through the second half offensively. for Raceland here, just the way they've utilized the clock. Nathan's been impressive, big time.
Been a well-oiled machine tonight, and they'll try to go up by the even 28, and I think they do it on the two-point conversion. It's 28-0. Under 9 to play. We'll be right back on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
So yeah, we've hit that time of year. Time to think about saving money. You know, the season of saving and upgrading at Appalachian Wireless. How about a brand new iPhone 13 for just a penny? iPhone 13 128 gig for a penny with a mix and match or unlimited plan. Terms and conditions do apply. Just visit AppalachianWireless.com for details. So let's do some saving and upgrading because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
We're back, folks, here on the East Kentucky Sports Network. The Bulldogs in a bit of a rout right now. 28-0, down 4 scores, 4 touchdowns with under 9 to play. 8:56 on the clock here. Trying to get something going. The offense, Greg, it's just not been there all night.
It's not. I mean, they've just not clicked. I mean, you've had 4 to 5 maybe positive plays here in the second half, but it's just when it's just been an incredible task, for the Bulldogs to move the ball tonight. They just really haven't had no answer.
They're going to take this. Oh, my goodness. They might take this to the house. One man to beat. And Waller going to get him out at the 15-yard line. Oh, and they're talking.
Well, I'll tell you what, just when we said that Hazard's not had much to be happy about, White just absolutely almost takes it home. And some extracurricular activities really showing its ugly head right now, Nathan, in this latter part of the game.
Now we've talked about Hazard's field position all night. They're at the 16-yard line, and this is far and away, it's not only the best starting position, it's been the best spot on the field they've been on all night.
Absolutely.
And here they come out, Pelfrey in the shotgun. He's got 3 to the right, 1 man in motion, and Pelfrey, a little low snap, and he has to get rid of it quick and completed to Fullwood, short gain, about 3 yards.
Yeah. Fullwood is one of those guys you look to the future, too, for this program here. And you've got to be happy. He's a guy that I think could be an all-state player before he gets out of those 4 years. He's very special.
And now they got under center, Shoptaw handing off to Blankenship, and he is wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long coming up.
Lockwood on the stop there is a guy that's really played well tonight for Raceland.
8 minutes on the clock. Bulldogs definitely in 4-down territory here. No ifs, ands, buts. They have to get something going offensively.
Yeah.
Here we go. In the shotgun, 4 wide receivers, Pelfrey, and incomplete, and the flag comes in late. And, yeah, it was a little bit of a – went to White, trying to go to White again on the slant. And he falls down. Going to say he got hit from behind before the ball got there.
Yeah. It's a good route right there from White, though. It's play that, he's made time and time again this year. Hazard, though, you're getting some help with the laundry right there, and hopefully get a chance here to punch it on in.
Yeah. That's half the distance of the goal, so they're going to be not going enough to give them a first down, but they're in the wishbone 3rd and 1 here. Going to hand it off to the fullback, and I don't know if he got it.
I think he's lost a yard right there, maybe, too.
No, they marked him forward. They marked him forward, and I think he's got it.
Okay, good. That's good for him. He gave him a first down.
1st and goal, Bulldogs. With 7:30 to go, the clock starts ticking. They got to get going in a hurry. Back down in the wishbone formation. Going to drop back to pass out of it. Tipped, almost completed, but going to be incomplete. It was tipped by the Fullwood, almost had it there, but it was tipped by the Rams. And look, once you tip the ball, you don't have to worry about pass interference. You can just take the guy out. They were hanging on to his feet. I would have, Greg, I dare to say I would have done something more dastardly right there. I would have made a mess of things. But either way it goes, 28-0. Bulldogs trying to get something going. They got an option coming out to the right. Going to be stood up inside the 5-yard line. Going to bring up third down. 7 minutes to go.
Wells, a good runner right there. Just met a stack of Raceland Rams. Man, I think Lockwood right there leading the charge. I mean, good form tackle. Wells, a strong runner, man, but really just had nowhere to go.
3rd and goal from the 3. Back down in the wishbone with under center Shoptaw. And he's going to be pitching it right, going to the left, and hit again. That's Blankenship once again. Or Wells.
Yep.
A timeout on the field. We'll keep it here. 28-0. 28-0 with under 7 to play, Greg. Bulldogs are going to have a 4th and 4 coming up.
Yeah.
4th and goal from the 4.
Looks like Campbellsville just now coming across the board as a winner. Nathan, too.
Sayre took down Pikeville earlier, so been a wild night. I tell you, I think Campbellsville is the way they've handled themselves this year. It's been really impressive to me.
Yeah.
They absolutely laid it to Whitley County earlier in the year. 5A Whitley County.
Yeah.
4A Whitley County just pulverized them. But here we go, Bulldogs. 4th and goal from the 4. And they do not have time for any field goals, Greg.
No.
It is touchdowns and go. Pelfrey takes the snap, rolls out to his right, throws into the end zone, incomplete. And that is going to be a turnover on downs. 6:22 on the clock, and the Rams are going to have a chance to eat up a ton of this clock.
Yeah, I mean, it's another big stop there from the defense from Raceland, and just Hazard has just really have not had any answers. And even at times, you've had opportunities with, a solid, maybe opportunity to catch the ball right there. I mean, the elements come into play, and it's just it's been a tough night for Hazard, but. Man, they always going to fight to the end, that's for sure.
There you go. You got an opportunity here, 1st and 10 from the 4. Rams under center. They're going to try to get some breathing room. Not a lot there, but they did get things going forward. You don't really want to get in the shotgun from the 4-yard line, catch it in the end zone, bad snap or something. Then you've got a real bad time. So they're just going to get under center
and eat this clock up. I mean, they're
pin those ears back.
Yeah. What a display of clock management and just also to.
Okay. Going to be a toss to Cooper, and Cooper comes up and he's got a big time 1st down and a late flag. They're trying to get the Bulldogs off the Raceland Rams sideline. Cooper had some hands on him in the end zone.
Yeah, he did.
But he just busts right through there and does not stop. We'll see what the play is. It was they threw the flag on the Rams sideline, but there were some Bulldogs in the vicinity. There was some talking down there. I think they were just talking about, what their favorite music is.
Oh, yeah.
I think they were talking about, where they're going to go to eat after the game, asking for recommendations. It's going to be against the Bulldogs, 15 yards coming the other way. And the wheels on the bus have come off, Greg, at this point.
It's, Hazard has had a remarkable turnaround this year. This game, doesn't reflect on what they've done. Folks at home definitely got to be proud of this team.
And taken down, but here's a flag comes in late, maybe a hold. And I just saw the Boyle County Rebels go down tonight.
Wow. That's surprising, right?
Yeah. I saw they were down 31-28 earlier, which they're playing Covington Catholic.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy, but either way, that's a big time upset.
Personal foul against Raceland here. So we've seen now the personal foul flag tonight quite a bit, Nathan. Like I said, as you get heading down the stretch here, a lot of, tempers are on edge, if you will, as competitors will be.
First and a mile. First and 25. Going to be a handoff to Cooper, and he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to go down. They're going to say forward progress. Going to be no gain, looks like. 5:10 to go. 28-0 Rams.
I'll tell you what, Hazard still, like I said, you got to give their tip your cap to these kids this year. I mean, what a year they've had. And still fighting out here, Nathan. But, you come out, this first half, you go in 7-0. I mean, there's a lot of promise going into this second half, but Raceland, just each series has just gotten better.
Here we go, second and a mile. It'll be a handoff up the middle, and going to get out about the 35. Not a lot going on. It'll be third and a kilometer now instead.
Clock continuing to move right here. If you're a Raceland fan, this is everything that you wanted this quarter to be right here. Raceland just eating up the clock here on the ground. Don't think they've thrown a pass this quarter, Nathan.
No, and you won't see it either. I would argue that even here on 3rd and 22, if they throw something, I mean, they're empty in the backfield, but if they throw something, it's going to be quick. A little miscommunication there. And like I said, just a quick pass. Ooh, deflected. Napier, if he kept his head up there, I think he had a shot at that one.
Had another interception here, but another flag coming down in the backfield. No flag, maybe. So they declined a personal foul. So it's 4th down. Raceland gonna do something that's been rare here, punting.
They're punting, yeah. Hazard looking like they're going to bring some pressure. Going to try to block this one, and cannot get it. Oh, and that going to go out of bounds. And we got some shenanigans over here. I think you had a Bulldog who had turned around, and he was going to try to get his hands on that ball, and he got locked up with a Ram. And when he was trying to go back to make a play on it, and he kind of just dumps him on his head.
Yeah, it's true.
And this is not fun.
No.
This is not a fun. This is not the way you want to end a game like this. 3:41 on the clock. I know the Bulldogs are frustrated. They're about, unless they can get something going, they'll get shut out tonight. Yeah. They're going to call it against the Bulldogs. Half the distance of the goal.
Yeah. Looks to be.
Or are they going to? Okay, yeah, they're going to mark it off. No. They're at the 32, so it'll be the 17.
Yep. So Hazard, like I said, this is what we've pretty much seen all night long, Nathan. When their offense is coming onto the field, it's, they're south side of the 20-yard line, it seems like, here in the last 2.5 quarters.
Okay. They keep changing where they're going to mark this off from. Here we go. 28-yard line, official starting point with 3:41 on the clock. Bulldogs trying to get something going on offense, get something positive out of this one. They got 4 quads to the right, 1 to the left, empty backfield, low snap, and just gets rid of it.
Pelfrey.
Honestly, Pelfrey, I thought when he went to go pick that off the turf, he had his knee down, and that could have been, down where he picked it up. But he's lucky that it hit the turf when he threw it, because he was trying to get rid of it. There were some Rams. Look, they will not think twice about snatching one and running it in for a touchdown this late.
I'll tell you what, man. Holbrook right there. Just a tough situation right there as a receiver. I mean, but a play that's worked all year for these guys. And Holbrook very lucky right there that if he caught that, I mean, that would have spelled disaster for the Bulldogs.
3rd and 10 coming up. Bulldogs going to change some things in the formation. They're going to empty the backfield once again, but everything's kind of tight. Three close on the left side, 2 close on the right side. All wide receivers out there. Pelfrey steps up. He's in trouble. He throws it, and Holbrook had his hands on it, but he dribbles it off the turf.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 4th and 10 with 3:30. They have ran about 10 seconds off this clock.
Yeah.
And that's it. 3 incomplete passes.
Well covered there from Raceland, and kind of a tough way to go down to Hazard, as well as they played here the last 4 to 5 weeks. I mean, Pelfrey having an incredible year, over I think 7,000+ now through the air. He's put himself in good company in the Bulldog quarterback position.
There we go. Higgins gets it, kicks it. Going to be about hit the 40 and then take a Raceland bounce to the 41. 3:20 on the clock when the Rams take over on offense for what could be the final drive of the game.
It's like I said, the wind at his back right there. Higgins was lucky to get that punt as far down the field as he did. But been a tough night for the Bulldogs here. But been a great year, Nathan. And there's a lot of opportunity in the next 2 to 3 years for these kids to get back in this same position, man. I mean, Hazard's going to reload, and what an incredible turnaround for the Bulldogs.
Yep. Been a strong season. I think I've been they're going to have a false start called there, bag it up 5 yards. I think I've been the bad luck charm this year, Greg. I've been to 2 Hazard games. Both of them versus Raceland, and both of them have not turned out well for the Bulldogs.
Well, it's this is one of the better football teams in the state of Kentucky. I mean, in Class A, just a team that when you looked into this season here, you mark them with an opportunity to get to Lexington, and they're proving why. I mean, they just don't have a lot of weaknesses, Nathan. They're a really, really good football team.
Here we go. Going to be a handoff. Oh, bust through the line. Oh, my goodness. Cooper, 1 to beat. And he goes in with 3:07 on the clock. And with the extra point, that'll put this in running clock territory.
Yeah. So Cooper right there breaking a couple tackles, man, and putting on the burners. And Another one of those great running backs we've talked about tonight, man. That was an impressive run.
As the senior tailback goes the distance for his 5th rushing touchdown of the season.
Here we go, 3:07 on the clock. Waller had one kick blocked tonight, or at least affected by the Bulldogs. And that one drilled through, and that's running clock. We'll be back, folks, in 30 seconds. We'll be right back on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
With the Perry County Public Library card, you can check out books, movies, magazines, ebooks, as well as use their online databases that allow you to take online classes, repair your auto, or research your family history. Visit the library at 289 Black Gold Boulevard, Hazard, Kentucky. Call them at 606-436-2475 or visit their website, perrycountylibrary.org, for more information. The Perry County Public Library, your source for information, education, and entertainment.
We're back, folks, here on the East Kentucky Sports Network. 3:07 to go in the game, 35-0. Here at Raceland. Raceland going to call a timeout. Maybe get some subs in.
Sure. For Class A, they've got good numbers out here, Nathan. It's been an incredible area for football in Kentucky, man, over the years. You know, Ashland, you think about all the great teams that they've put out. Boyd County, you know, and Russell, Fairview, Raceland, all these teams, man, always have put together a competitive football program. A lot of great athletes right here in this little radius. Like I said, you get over to Ironton there's put out more than a few pros over there in that part of the world, you know, going into Huntington.
Here we go. Timeout coming to the end. Going to be kicked off for the final time of the night here. Well, I can't definitively say that, but with the running clock, you just never know. This one going to hit. Oh my goodness! Bulldogs fall on it quickly, about the 34-yard line, but the Rams had a chance to land on that.
They did, man. That wind showing its prowess right there in that kick. 34-yard line, I think is where they're going to spot it, Nathan. 2:39 to go now. The clock moving, like you say. It's just the countdown, man, is on.
2:30 on the clock. Pelfrey going to throw it back. Oh, my goodness. Holbrook had to play defense there for a second as Austin McKee got both hands on it, and Holbrook just wrestles him to the ground. Ends up playing DB for a little bit and breaks that one up. So 2nd and 10 coming up. Clock still ticking, under 2 minutes. Pelfrey in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers, 2 split out each side. And we're going to have a Ram jump off sides. It's going to back them up 5 yards, and honestly, keep the clock going.
It's true. Hazard, you're looking on to next year. Choctaw has showed a lot of promise this year, in replacing Pelfrey and Holbrook, Johnson. You got a host of others that are going to be back here and going to make a lot of noise for Hazard in the future.
Going to be a handoff. Nothing there. Going to get about on the 30-yard line for Blankenship.
What a year he's had, Nathan. I've had such a, fun time watching him this year. I mean, he's a kid that just is very impressive and just, plays so hard. He and Pelfrey both, man, they're going to be very well missed, but they've put their mark on a massive turnaround here for this program.
This is likely the last play of the game. Yeah. I want to throw out, Rams have a little mini football field for the young folks on the other side there. They've been playing a competitive game all night and not going to be able to do anything. That's a little run to Blankenship. 30 seconds on the clock, 35 seconds on the game clock, and I think that's going to be it.
Yeah, everybody's going to.
Well, Rams are defense is thinking about leaving the field, but the Bulldogs are like, oh, look, if you ain't going to go nowhere, if you're going to leave, we'll run one more. And that's going to be it. That is going to be it, folks. 35-0 your final. The Rams, in running clock shutout fashion, take down the Bulldogs. We'll be right back and wrap this one up on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
They are the electric motor headquarters, Maggard Electric, Southeast Kentucky's #1 to repair or replace your small electric motors. Maggard Electric is ESA approved. They can replace air compressor motors, swimming pool pumps, heating and cooling motors, motors for heat pumps, air conditioners, and so much more. Over 300 electric motors in stock, and if they don't have it, they can get it. Maggard Electric, still strong, still serving Southeast Kentucky. Located 6 miles north of Hazard on Highway 15. Open 7:30 to 4 Monday through Friday. 436-6886.
Are you or a loved one managing diabetes? At the Mary E. Martin Diabetes Center, located at Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky, we provide personalized, comprehensive care from a team of skilled local providers you can trust. Dr. John Jones, Dr. Kendall Bowling, and Larissa Miller provide personalized diabetes management plans, diabetic foot care, and insulin pump clinic, and much more. Take control of your diabetes with the support of caring professionals close to home. Call us today at 606-439-1300.
At TVS, we've been working hard preparing for the future. Well, the future is now. TVS offers digital cable, digital phone service, high-speed internet, and a fiber optic infrastructure. We're a local company putting money back into our local economy while supporting our local schools and organizations. What about those other guys? You know, those big out-of-town companies. What have they done for you lately? Mountain people serving mountain people. TVS 606-439-3167.
Perry Vinyl and Metal Sales is located on the Combs Road in the former 84 Lumber Building. Come and see their huge selection of mobile home parts, including doors, windows, roofing, guttering, and lots more. Perry Vinyl and Metal Sales, a family-owned business serving Southeast Kentucky for many years. Come say hi or call their friendly, knowledgeable staff at 435-7639. That's 435-7639. Perry Vinyl and Metal Sales on the Combs Road in Hazard.
Thank you. We're back, folks, here at Raceland High as the Raceland Rams take down the Bulldogs 35-0. Believe it or not, folks, this at halftime was 7-0.
Yeah, I mean, it was a heck of a first half from the Bulldogs. Defensively, I mean, you know, they really just played an incredible first half. I mean, but I will say this, I just think they wore down toward the middle part of that third quarter. Just fatigue started showing, and, you know, it's just a tough place to play on any given time you come up here, but you throw in the wind and the rain and the snow, and, you know, Hazard just, you know, has nothing to be other than proud of what they've done on the field this year. You know, congratulations to Matt Chandler and his staff and the Hazard administration as well, too. Definitely a guy that really fit the all the check marks to put that, you know, this team back into late November where they were really so accustomed to play. And, you know, to Pelfrey, what a great career, Blankenship. They're going to be missed, but you know what? The road ahead for those guys is going to be very bright. And, Nathan, like I said, it's a tough road anytime you come into Raceland, but what a football team they have.
As always, it's tough on the road, folks. I say it every week. It is tough on the road. Thank you, folks, that have stuck with us on the East Kentucky Sports Network this year. The Bulldogs, you know, congratulations to Matt Chandler. Bit of a, you know, as much as you can possibly turn a team around in a year. I think he did it, and I have a lot of respect for Coach Chandler and the kind of program he runs. Positive guy, the things they're out here doing in the community with the kids. Can't be more proud for the coaches we have on the East Kentucky Sports Network for all of our teams here. Been a big season for them. They come up short. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. You know, I'm sure they'd would have liked to run this again with the way their defense played in the first half, and then have Gavin Johnson out there.
Yeah.
It's that's the way it goes in Class A. Each of these each of these teams, small schools, you just a lot of times it's just who's the healthiest going into the postseason and who can stay the healthiest. But appreciate you guys that have stuck with us all year long, listen to us on the radio, who put up with my mouth on Fridays with Nate's picks. Hey, look, I did pretty good this year. This year. If I did, I think the most I missed in a week was 4 across. Usually did 20 or so. So but I will say that tonight if we were still rocking it, I was going to go with the Bulldogs tonight, and I would have been wrong. But either way it goes, it is that does it for the end of our football season here. We got basketball coming up. Look out on the Facebook page. We'll get you some. You'll see where we'll be next. But bit of irony here though, as we close out the football season, we are tossing over to UK basketball coverage here on WSGS 101.1. Folks, again, it's been a pleasure to be here with you this football season, but we still got tons of games left this school year between basketball and then baseball and softball after that. Folks, Greg, thank you for sticking with us tonight, brother.
Thank you, my friend. Honored to be here with you.
To a 5-hour round trip from Hazard, so
yeah, maybe a little bit longer tonight, man. For me, I may stop down there and pay a visit to my friends at the Paramount there. So
I heard that.
I love this area. It's a great area to travel to.
Absolutely, folks. Greg, thanks you for the folks that are Michael Dwayne, Stuart Shane, Robbie, all the folks that have helped us all year long get these broadcasts on the air. Going to take a little bit of a break, but not for long. Basketball just around the corner. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, next week. We'll see you next time on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Located on Highway 15 South on Willie's Way across from Applebee's in Hazard. Everything you'll need to get up and running. They even have hoses and fittings for Cat, Volvo, and Komatsu heavy equipment. Trusted for over 100 years in the mining industry, and now bringing you quality products in their new hydraulic hose division in Hazard, Mine Service Company.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best. Opportunity to work for my education. Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader.